not a real fan.
Hahn.
What kind of fan are you?
Not a good one.
And Rosenberg.
The Peter haters who call, stupid. The Peter fans who call, very bright.
This isn't North Dakota. This is New York.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
The best threesome I've ever heard.
On 880 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
3 o'clock in the big city. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg on a hot Thursday. The summer's not giving it up, man. It's not giving it up.
Keep fighting.
Like mid-80s.
Don't let go.
Just another gorgeous day as we get closer and closer to week 3. Tonight we got a game. Are we in, guys? Dolphins and Bills. Are we partaking? I'm 2 for 2 in my 3-point plays on Thursday.
Three.
Gets tempted when you keep hitting it, right?
I don't know if
The line, what is it, 12 and a half? What's the line? It's ridiculous.
this game, short week. I don't know.
God, the NFL can't be thrilled at the fact that I guess you're getting a heavy dose of nationally televised Dolphin games, right? Thursday, and then next Monday, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be the
big
couch
couch
cast
cast
with the Jets and the Dolphins. So the Miami Dolphins not exactly an attractive team.
11 and a half. I'll
11,
cover
so it's
5
going
has
down
tonight. What are you going to sprinkle?
I don't think I'm interested. I got to look at the rest here.
We have to the end of the show to decide, right?
Sure.
We do.
We have extra. We got till 7 today because the Mets are playing right now.
I just feel like every time I go hard for like a Buffalo kind of team, like a really solid offense that it seems like whenever you don't have a dog in the fight, all they do is score. I feel like when you pick them and you're rooting them to cover a number,
I get it.
It's brutal.
But listen to my philosophy, okay? Peter, we were on board with this when Aaron Rodgers was in his heyday, right? And he was slinging it for the Packers. Wasn't it fun to bet on him? Isn't it nice to know you need points and Rodgers is your quarterback? Or like when you need points and Mahomes is your quarterback? So it's nice to know that, hey, I got Josh Allen. I need a touchdown here, Josh.
But it's a lie. And you just said the magic words as to why it's a lie. And that word that's Patrick Mahomes. No one worse at covering a big number than the Chiefs. A complete nightmare.
Right.
The amount of times we've all been burned on the Chiefs.
Well,
listen, you're right. The Bills are the best team when it comes to it. They probably make me feel better than anyone. It's in Buffalo. 11.5 in Buffalo. A team like the Dolphins that's reeling. I mean, they're barely alive right now. You know what? Give me the Bills. What am I even talking about?
Oh! Making a 3-point play. Show me something. It's a holiday. You're flying out. You got a flight. What better way than the late
You're
3 before you get on a plane?
You know he's desperate, too.
You got to get back into this, Peter. Come on.
This is a desperate play.
No points through 2 weeks, man.
Don't you dare make me root for the Dolphins. Don't you dare.
Have the favorites have covered the first 2 Thursdays? Yes. Philadelphia covered week 1, correct?
That was a cover?
Did?
That was your cover on Philly? Is that what it was, Don?
Yeah.
That was
Philly.
You went 3-point play for the season opener, didn't you?
Yes,
I did.
All right, so there's one.
So this would be 3 consecutive Thursday favorite covers.
What would Fortenbaugh do?
Now, do you look at it as a trend, or do you look that the dog is due? Well, listen, we've got all
all day
Too much.
to decide.
We've got all day.
We may get news at like 6:55 that tells us that it could affect how we play it. But the game is in Buffalo. The spread's 11.5. We got that on the table. We got football to discuss as well as we get closer and closer to that Sunday with the Jets playing their game against Tampa, and then the Giants have the primetime game on Sunday against Kansas City. And a little bit later on in the show, we'll talk about the Chiefs. Got Damen Woody at 5:30, so we got all that coming up on the show. Mets are playing right now, and the Mets are starting to get a little something going here after 8 straight losses.
Crazy.
They win a couple in a row. They lose yesterday, and just when you're ready to bury them, there was a misconstrued video.
Let them know.
That said that I had given up on the Mets. I don't think they're winning a title. I'm done with the Mets thinking that they're going to go on another run, but I'm still watching. I'm still rooting, and they're up 5-1 right now going to the bottom of the 6th inning against the Padres, so a chance to take the series after Peterson did not look good last night, and the Mets are looking like they're going to the playoffs. And the Yankees, they took care of business, took care of the Twins. Getting no favors from the schedule makers. None. Zero. Zilch. They had to go play on Sunday Night Baseball in Boston, a game that we here at ESPN took late because we weren't going to take that game, but they had some avails they were able to take advantage of, and they jumped on it, and they played that game. And then the Yankees had to turn around and play the next night in Minnesota, halfway across the country, and didn't show up, got beaten that game 7-0, but then pulverized the Twins the next 2 days. And now Minnesota
20 runs
last night, and then where are they? No day off, right to Baltimore.
Yeah.
And it's an Orioles team that, as Alan said so succinctly yesterday, they're on a bit of a two. So you got the Yankees of it all. And both these teams are going to the playoffs, and it's just a matter of how you feel about them. And it really changes day to day. But we wanted to have this conversation, and we'll bring the Mets into the conversation as well. Again, we're going up against the Mets, but again, it's 5-1, and I think people can multitask now. You can be watching us on YouTube.
Yeah.
I
was waiting for that. You got to tell the people we're on YouTube. Don't forget.
Right, absolutely. As you just destroy the subscribe button and certainly the like button.
You need to pound
it,
and pound and destroy the subscribe and like button right now. We need you.
So you can watch on YouTube, or if you're listening on the app, and then have the Met game on. And again, they're 5-1, bottom of the sixth inning. So include the Mets in there as well. But we know that they're both going to the playoffs, right? The Yankees have still not completely been ruled out of the possibility of catching the Blue Jays, who are losing again today after losing last night. But the Yankees are still in a really tough spot to catch them for the division. But the Red Sox now have jumped back to the number 2 wild card. And Houston, with their 3-game winning streak, has now jumped back into first place in the West. So now it's Seattle. So if the season were to end today, the Yankees would play the Red Sox. And it's still a possibility the Yankees can play Seattle. And yet there's still a possibility the Yankees can play Boston and Seattle and have to travel to those venues. That's how much is up in the air. But the one thing we know is the Guardians aren't catching the Yankees. The Rangers are not catching the Yankees. So the Yankees are going to the playoffs. So let's have that conversation, Alan, and we'll start with the Yankees since they're not playing until later. The circle of trust.
Trust tree.
Do you trust in your rotation and in this bullpen? As you get ready for the playoffs, Alan, who is
Not
in the circle of trust?
Well, Fried, Rodon, Schlittler.
Really?
Yeah.
So are those your
three.
3 starters?
Yep. Those are my 3. He'll, even last night, there's something not right with him. He can look really good, and then he loses it, and it's bad. Like Schlittler's problem sometimes is he control issues, and he'll walk guys, right? Like he'll get a little out of sorts. But what I liked is that when Boone came out, Heel didn't want to come out of the game. Like, he wouldn't even give him the ball. He made him take it out of his glove. You see that? He had the glove down. So I like that, which tells you he knows himself. Like, he's probably fighting for the 3rd spot. But those 4. But I don't know why I'm leaning Schlittler. And as I said, in a wild card round, I probably wouldn't pitch him in a game 3 if it's 1-1. But you said circle of trust.
That's what I mean. All right,
so I can't go with 4 starters?
Well, you could do whatever you want.
All right, there's 4 right there.
The fact that you have Schlittler as your 3rd starter doesn't necessarily mean he's in the circle of trust. Somebody's got to start game 3. So
him and Heel, depending on the situation.
Right. So
if it's 1-1, I got to go with Heel because he's got more experience. Right? Don't you think?
But they're
going
in your
to give me a game 1.
Trust.
Yeah, they're in my circle of trust.
Wow.
After that, it gets dicey, man.
All right, but there can't be anybody.
Warren
can't be
there.
there.
How many could you have?
No, you relievers too, right?
Because now we're ready to move on to the relievers. Okay, yeah.
And it's not against Warren. Again, it's like
so you have 3 starting pitchers in your circle of trust.
Yeah, and right now it's Schlittler over Heel. Right now, that's what it is. I think Warren could be a good long man out of the bullpen if you need it. That kind of thing.
All right, in the last 3 starts, 2-1, 2.75 earner average.
He's fine.
He's fine, and yeah, so
he's a guy.
All right,
as they say,
he's a guy.
That was the Larry Brown thing. He's a guy.
All right, your relievers.
This is where it gets interesting because I don't trust a lot here, and it's amazing because Devin Williams. I honestly like that. I always feel like he's a guy that's going to melt in the worst moment, but he's been good lately. Bednar, obviously, even though he's another one that can give up a run every now and then. But I Bednar I have to go with as a closer, so he's in the circle of trust. Weaver, I think, and I know Weaver didn't look good the last outing. Weaver's a guy that in a big spot, pressure, places like Fenway, Yankee Stadium, there's just something about he seems to be his best when it's like when there's a lot on the line. It just seems like he knows he's got that bulldog mentality. So I like Weaver. I'm okay with him. I'm running out of names. When you say trust,
well,
this guy's going to need to play.
Well, there's one more guy. There's one more candidate that should be in there.
For trust.
For trust. If you're going to put Williams and Weaver, there's still one more guy, and he's your closer.
I said Bednar.
You did say Bednar. Okay,
yeah.
You did say Bednar.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, those are – I can't –
like Duvall. Like, I'm not going
you can't,
there.
no.
Leiter Jr. might be just outside the circle, but Leiter's another guy I could,
I think Cruz was in.
I see. Everybody loves Cruz,
but now, but
he's
not,
too emotional.
Not lately.
I don't trust him.
Last 6 innings, he's allowed 7 earned runs. He's got 5 walks, and he's out. He's out right now. I'm not saying you can't get back in over the next 10 games, but
Tim Hill, I would have put in there, but again, another guy lately has not been great.
No,
but for the longest time, Tim Hill was a guy who loved him in his situation, the right situations, but I don't know. So I don't want to put too many names in there.
No, but I think so.
Those are my names.
You have Rodon, Fried, Schlittler, and Heel. So you got 4 starters, which is all you need in the postseason, and you've got 3 relievers. Can
I put Warren in with relievers?
Well, that's where he's going to go.
Because I would trust him as a guy that if Heel gives me a bad start, Schlittler gives me a bad start, and I got to get out of it, and I still need some innings to get to 7th inning. I could put Warren in there in a playoff game feel good about it.
You good with that, Peter, or is there somebody
because he's a starter? Can I make him a guy I put in the circle of trust in my bullpen?
Well, it's just a matter of who you trust.
That's what else do you have? I mean, that's what you got to do.
Well, a lot of Yankee fans are going to call me out and saying that Cruz has been great. I just think he gets a little too emotional.
I guess the only question, Peter, would be: is there anybody? I don't think you can add anybody. So the question is there anybody that Allen trusts that you don't?
I don't. The only thing I'd say is overall my amount of trust that I have for anyone is relatively low. But no, listen, we're being positive, right? You're coming up with a scenario where there are people you can actually trust. I think this is fine. Why? Do you have a problem? You have a problem with
someone you don't trust?
The only one, and you're not wrong, but the only thing that would scare me about Cam is that it's a kid.
Yep.
And that's why when we'll get to the Mets.
I'm about to say that's gonna make the Mets conversation.
But he doesn't pitch like a kid. Like
I know he doesn't pitch like a kid, but you know what? There's just
I hear you.
And it's funny. I don't know if you heard, and I don't know the whole context of it, but Sims and Susan got into it a little bit last night over
that's been happening
over closing in Pittsburgh as opposed to closing in New York and all that.
Yep.
And, hey, a save is a save, Sims said. And Susan's like, no, it's different in New York. And I agree with Susan. It's different in New York.
I agree.
And you're already talking about, well, I probably wouldn't want to start Schlittler until we get to the road because I don't want to start him. Maybe I don't want to start him at home. Or is it the reverse? I mean, do you want to make sure that, you give him the comfort of being able to pitch in his own building? I know when those lights are on, when the bunting's up at the stadium, as Bill Daughtry used to say.
I like that.
It just hits different, doesn't it? A little bit different.
Home or away splits for Schlittler. He's wait a minute. Did I click on the wrong guy? Hang on a second. No, that's him. Give me home or away.
His splits.
The splits for Schlitz.
Home and away.
Yeah, what am I missing here? Why is it giving me at-bats?
Well, it should be giving you at-bats.
Unless that's his... Oh, okay.
Did you get it?
It's dead even.
Yeah, he's pretty much... Well, he's at home, he's 3-2 with a 3.78 earned run average. On the road, he's 0-1 with a 2.96.
Yeah, but, I mean, strikeouts, same.
Right. Yeah, it's... he's given up a lot more hits at home, but he's also pitched 33 and a third
Actually,
at home,
his
27 and a third away.
Yeah, the strikeouts innings pitched pretty good on the road.
But what I'm saying is in the playoffs with 55,000 screaming fans, it's a different, and you don't know. Like it's the same thing with the Mets because their building's gonna be sold out and there's gonna be a lot of attention on the Mets. And these three kids, Tong's pitching great, 8 strikeouts the last I checked, nice bounce back after getting shelled by Texas.
Good.
And McNeil's been terrific and Sproat's been great, but I don't know how they're gonna do in the postseason. It's New York. It's the postseason in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different. So you can trust him based off of what your eyeballs told you, but you got to be a little worried about what this guy's going to be able to do in the postseason. I mean, even Bednar, to be honest with you. I mean, does he have the stomach to close a playoff game? I don't know. I mean, I'm going to trust him because he's been so good. He's pitched in the 8th inning. He's given you 4-out saves. There's nothing much else he could do to earn trust other than go out there and actually do it in the postseason.
Like when's he giving you anything? Has he ever pitched in the playoffs?
I think I looked it up when they got him.
I don't see a playoff tab for him.
So that's going to be the great unknown.
I mean, he was in Pittsburgh for 5 years, so there's no playoffs there.
There's no playoffs.
Padres in 19 and 20, early in his career. So
you don't know.
He didn't get a lot of experience there either. So this would be his first playoffs as a closer. Listen, you asked me who I'd trust.
No,
that's what I got as far as pitching goes.
I agree with everybody that you said. It's just the qualifier for me is there's still going to be the unknown of a kid that's never pitched in the postseason before, and what is he going to do? That's a lot. That's a lot to ask.
Yeah. But I know Heel is coming off like he's only.
But he pitched last year, right? So there's experience there.
And he's coming off injury, and he has not been consistently good. He hasn't found it fully from what he had last year, and you'd understand that. I'll tell you what. I mean, Rodon's been really good this year. He should have 18 wins. He's pitched really well his last two, and he didn't get any decisions.
You don't trust him.
But I worry about him in a big spot. The guy sweats like crazy.
That's it. That's why I can understand Yankee fans not trusting him.
And I worry.
But I want to err on the side of trusting him because he's been so good. It's between him and Fried leading the American League in wins. So
and Fried, I know, has been there. He's
but when we
done
take the calls
at
at 1-800-919-3776, I know there are going to be people that say, I can't trust Rodon as far as I can throw him. But tell me who else you're going to start in a game 2. Fried, game 1. And this is if you have the luxury of being able to set your rotation for that wild card series. Yeah. I think you will, because let me ask you this, and this will come up in conversation a lot before the end of the season, but if you go into the last game of the season needing a win for home field, are you pitching Fried in that game, or are you saving Fried for game 1 of the playoffs and rolling the dice that you don't get home field? Obviously, if it's making the playoffs, you've got no choice. But that's not going to be the case.
Yeah. I don't know. Depends on where. Like, are you worried about going to Seattle?
No.
You worried about going to Houston? No. The only building
it is a house of horrors.
Wait, what?
But the only place you're
not worried about going to Houston?
No. Because where they are as a team.
Stop.
No, you got to know where they are.
Alan, you're too into sports to feel that way. To just no.
No. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about as a team. Like that's not what it was before. And actually, if you think about it, it's a better story to go there and slay a dragon because they're not who they were. But Fenway, then I worry about. Rodon's got rabbit ears, right? Slitler's young. Those are the things you do worry about.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by, like, when you think about having to play on the road, you got to tell me the scenario.
Peter,
where am I going?
I don't know if you're with me. I'm not going to side with you in this argument. I'm going to side with Alan that I don't mind going to Houston, but I understand your react. Like, he shouldn't feel that good about it.
No, you can't. And the play. And by the way,
that's because of the history.
I didn't mean to be so flippant.
But even Aaron Judge. You think Aaron Judge, after his entire career, sees that they have Houston and goes, "Oh, no worries."
Yes.
Not a chance.
I think
you are out of your freaking gourd.
Come on, dude. I don't think he looks at. You got to know him as the athlete who's has a chance to win his third MVP. Like, I don't think he's shaking his boots wherever he is. It doesn't
I think he's shaking in the boots at the playoffs no matter who they play. I think he's shaking his boots at Don. I think he's shaking his boots on September 18th.
Right.
Well, I mean,
I'm just being honest.
You're not wrong with the numbers.
He comes. No, the numbers are the numbers, and I get it, and it's in the back of his mind. But if you think for a second that he's now all of a sudden scared,
honestly,
he's not scared.
First of all, listen.
Scared? Okay, I'm not saying he's crying.
You said shaking his boots.
I think
what does that represent?
Fair enough. You're being a little Captain Literal, man. You're not wrong to be. I think if anyone in that team, save maybe Jazz, like if you have been there for what has happened in Houston, there's no way you don't have nerves about that series. And knowing that particularly this year, if you underperform against Houston, you're a disgrace.
But I don't think that way. Now I'm being dead serious.
Okay.
Me, in that situation, I want to play there because I look at it as the opportunity to put that to bed. Go there, kick their ass, and then we don't have to talk about this anymore. I love that idea. That would be my mentality. Now, that also could be a really bad, like it could be the worst way to look at it. But sometimes,
or it can play out really badly.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But sometimes as an athlete, you're better off. Like the ignorance is bliss. It's better off to be that, like it's better off to look at it that way than to look at it in the passive way of, I don't want to play there because, history is bad. No, I want to go there and I want to slay that dragon. Like I don't mind.
I think it's a nice thought.
But that's the only way to think about it.
But Alan, I'm sorry, I have to base this on the history I've seen. This team hasn't shown me that they operate that way. They haven't shown us the big brass cojones. I'm sorry, they haven't.
You're being an analyst now, which is the right take. I'm saying when you talk about from the player perspective that's been there.
Of course.
And Judge, who else has been there other than Judge through all that from 17 on? Right? He's really the only one. Him and Boone.
Stanton's had his share of
I don't think he was there at that point, though. But
not at the beginning, but right after.
Right, he did have the other one. But I just mean the player will not, the leaders on that team, especially a guy like Judge, he will not look at it any other way other than, oh, good, now we have a chance to put this to bed. Good. But as an analyst, you're right to say you don't want to play there either.
And there is something, I don't know if they get caught up in the media
if you had
hype.
Cole, I'd feel better, but you don't have Cole.
The team you want, although it would be sexy, Raleigh versus Judge, that whole deal.
Actually, that would be.
That's who I want to play. If I'm a Yankee fan, that's who I want.
Seattle?
If you're a Yankee fan,
they're not beating the Yankees, I wouldn't think.
Right. No, that's a done deal.
Houston, there is that history. There'll be that hype. There'll be that conversation. And Yankee Red Sox, that comes with its whole other circus. If you're going to rank them, it's teams I don't want to have to play: Boston, Houston, Seattle. That's how I'd like. Or if you want to say, who do I want to play? Seattle's 1, Houston 2, and the Red Sox.
Who does Fox and ESPN want?
They want Yankees Red Sox.
Yes.
They don't want any part of Seattle.
And it's the shorter. If you're the Yankees, that's the shorter travel.
Well, but they're not going to Seattle. I'm really confident to say I believe the Yankees are going to be hosting against Boston, Houston, or Seattle. All right, join the conversation, 1-800-919-3776. I thought so. I wasn't 100% sure. The Cowboys covered on that Thursday.
Oh, so you had the Cowboys and the Cowboys covered. That's what the angle was.
What it
Got
was,
it.
yeah.
Okay, thank you. I just
that was
remember
like
what the
5.5, I think, right? Yeah.
All right, that pushes me more towards the Bills.
So now it's a little bit more even. A little bit more even.
I need to do it.
A lot less momentum. So we'll talk.
That's my circle. Now we don't need a batting. We don't need the lineup, right? For circle of trust.
No. I think you trust.
So it's the pitching circle of trust because for both of these teams, pitching has been the major issue. So, are we going to do your circle of trust with the Mets next?
Yeah, we'll do that coming up. Your calls at 1-800-919-3776. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg till 7 right here on ESPN New York. There's a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 25 Mazda CX-30 for $199 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. Then SM843629. MSRP $26,865. Zero security deposit. Ends 9/30/25.
You gotta do is put up.
Eric Church is back and bringing his unforgettable live show to Brooklyn.
And it's a back of black, she'll be all night long.
Eric Church Free the Machine Tour with special guest L. King. Barclays Center, Saturday, September 20th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. His new album, Evangeline vs. the Machine, is out now. One epic night of music that you won't want to miss. Eric Church Free the Machine Tour. Live at Barclays Center, Saturday, September 20th. Get tickets now. For more, visit ericchurch.com. Produced by Messina Touring Group.
Friends, it's summer, and you should be out there enjoying it. But if you're living with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, that can feel impossible. You don't have to keep living that way. There's help. Dr. Shaw at Sandwell Pain is New Jersey's top pain specialist. Dr. Shaw is an Ivy League trained, double board certified, and he is dedicated to helping you feel better. And here's what makes the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication, just precise, non-surgical image-guided procedures that get real results so you can get back to the life you love. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraines, nerve pain, sciatica, and he builds a plan that is right for you. Same day and next day appointments are available, and with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, relief is never far away. So don't wait, and don't let pain steal another day of your life. Go to SandwellPain.com to text, call, or book online. SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today. Most major insurances are accepted.
Oh, what are you doing? Don't do New York City dirty.
New York City's my heart, my soul. I would never do this place dirty because everything I want is in this city.
Why would you want to dirty somewhere that you live?
This is your home. You don't throw papers out the window, flick cigarette butts.
It's disrespectful. Dispose of it the correct way.
I would never put trash on the ground. That's why we got trash cans. Don't do New York City dirty. Trash your trash.
A message from the Sanitation Foundation.
One by one, we keep this city clean, man. Let's get it.
Things today can seem kind of unpredictable. Who knows what's around the corner, right? Well, at Total Wireless, we want to give you something to be sure about. With us, you save 50% off Metro and Cricket when you switch with one line. Guaranteed. And you get to keep the phone and number you love. Visit our Total Wireless store today. 50% savings for unlimited plans versus comparable Total Wireless unlimited phone plans based on standard plan rates. Some customers may only receive guaranteed savings after contacting us and validating the current plan rate. Excludes promotional, discounted, and bring your phone rates. For Total 5G unlimited plan or higher, auto pay required. Applied on next renewal date. Additional terms apply.
And now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks a million, guys. Good afternoon. Mets game well underway over at Citi Field, and already a packed ride on the Whitestone Expressway heading over to the Bronx-bound Whitestone Bridge. Bumper-to-bumper ride there from the stadium on up. LIE eastbound jammed heading through Queens. You're hitting the brakes between the BQE and Cross Island. After that, once you're in Nassau County, a crash in the left lane slowing you down by Jericho Turnpike. All of your approaches the outbound George are jammed. Not even the Henry Hudson going to help you out. Cross Bronx westbound slammed from the Bruckner on through. Inbound George roadwork on the upper deck and running about 10 to 15 minutes. Outbound Lincoln about a 15 to 20 minute ride. Outbound Helena running at 20 to 30. This report is sponsored by the Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports? Well, the PCA can help. It's a national nonprofit developing better athletes and better people through youth and high school sports. More info at positivecoach.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to the end of summer sale at AutoZone. We're celebrating the end of long days and short nights with big deals for a short time, like car wash. Right now, you can save 20% on the Armor All Complete Car Wash Kit. Need new brakes? Duralast brake pads are free with the purchase of Duralast rotors. We've also got oil deals and more. We're ending the summer right with the end of summer sale at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
This is Joe Budden. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. So I'm here to make sure you don't miss any of the daily fantasy action this football season with Prize Picks, where it's good to be right.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code PLAYNOW to get $50 in site credits after you play your first $5. That's code PLAYNOW to get $50 in site credits after you play your first $5. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
You know, ESPN New York now has our live YouTube page, so you get to see us like never before. We are streaming live on YouTube.
Like right now.
Your favorite shows, DiPietro Rothenberg, Bart and Carlin, The Michael K. Show, and then, of course, us, now with live video. Interact, react, and be part of the conversation live on YouTube. Subscribe now at ESPN New York on YouTube and never miss a moment. People are thrilled about this, man. I'm thrilled about it.
Having great feedback already.
Yeah.
From a lot of people that I just ran into from last night to earlier today. And by the way, subscribers-wise, I mean, it's skyrocketing.
Yeah. Almost
closing
10,000.
We're all closing on the first threshold that we set. Not bad, like in 24 hours. Right? So,
and you know why? It's because people were pounding and destroying the
That's all we asked.
And think about it. We're not on 880 because the Met game is on. This is the easiest way to consume it.
Yes.
To me, it's probably, I would call it the primary way.
Because you have the app. You still got the ESPN New York app, but this is a beauty right here.
It is a beauty.
Get to see us.
Before we get to your phone calls at 1-800-919-3776, my circle of trust with the Mets.
Let's see.
If I am going to give you heat on Schlittler because of no experience, then how can I trust McClain, Tong, and Sproat?
Because you don't have a choice.
Well, but
I have a choice.
But the thing is, you tell me you're not going to go in with apprehension. Hey, they've handled it. Hey, it's still New York, right? I mean, you're pitching in New York. You're coming in here on a white horse trying to save a season, and they have for the most part from the rotation standpoint. So yes, I'm apprehensive, but how do you not put McClain and Sproat based on what they've done?
So
Tom's good tonight. I can't.
So there's how many starters are you going to give me? 3?
I that's all I can give you.
You got 2?
Well, what else am I going to give you? Peterson, he's got to earn an average over 8.
No, he's been bad lately.
In the last 3 games, he's 2-1 in those games, but he's going to earn an average of 8. He was awful last night.
2 pitchers in the circle of trust.
Well, tell me
I
I'm
get
wrong.
it. You're not wrong.
What's he
Senga's
supposed to
not
do?
even in the major leagues right now. Mania feels like he's going to be. He's like you're going to stack him, and what's his face?
Well, Mania and Holmes.
So they're going to have to stack as starters. So yeah, I get it. All right, there's 2. How about out of your bullpen? Who you trust? Diaz for sure, right? Okay.
Rogers.
Yeah.
His earned average is under 2 in the last few games.
It's not nothing.
I mean, he's given it up, but I do trust him.
Well, he's gotten over 20 games. All right.
I guess Brooks Raley. Those will be up my 3. Halsey, forget about it. Garrett's on the on IL, right? Stanek, I don't trust. Soto, I don't trust. Who am I supposed to? That's it.
By the way, Stanek is the guy you put in when the game's like you don't care. And it's amazing that every time he comes in and mop up duty, he gives up runs. Isn't that wild?
Yeah,
he's always giving up like that. Like, coming in the 9th, we're down 7 runs, and somehow he gives up a run. It's crazy.
And that's what's scary about the Mets is just not a lot of people you can trust. But they are going to honestly.
Wait a minute. So Helsley you're out on, and I understand.
How can
I get it. So you're out on Helsley.
Who should I trust?
I don't know.
Soto? Last 7 games, his earned run average is near 9.
Is that bad?
Not good.
Not good.
Brazaban?
No. Is he even up?
He's on the roster.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if they'd go to him, but I mean, this is why it's hard to
Peter
really
wants you to put Tyler McGill.
You know how I feel about Tyler.
Yeah, and Senga, I don't know. At some point, they're going to have to decide what they're doing there, right?
Whatever they decide, you can't trust
You're
him.
still not going to trust him. So
he's not good coming out of the pen. You're not going to trust if he starts a game.
So I have 8 pitchers in my circle of trust. You have 5.
5. Yeah.
I think it's called realism. Alan, you also said you're not scared of the Astros, so
I ain't scared.
Don's living in reality, baby.
But the one thing, if you are somebody clinging to, and I'm not, but if you are somebody clinging to the fact the Mets can go on a run,
on a toot,
they're going to have to bash their way there.
Isn't that usually how a team does it?
These days.
It's tough in the playoffs against playoff pitching to go out there. We're going to score 8 runs and it's not going to matter. Like the way they won the game 1 of this series. Go out there, score the first 7 runs, knock the starter out, becomes a bullpen game for them. add on, you win the game 8-3.
All right.
Like that doesn't happen a lot. And I know the Padres are a team they could face, but let's not forget the Padres. You know, they're playing here on the East Coast. Those games are going to be in San Diego. They're right now in the midst of an Eastern swing. Are you getting a Padre team, the same Padre team you're going to get in the playoffs? You hope that it's the same as what you get now, because you're going to take 2 out of 3. It looks like from. But not loving it.
Who started for the Padres today?
Oh,
because you knocked King out.
You knocked King out in game one of the series.
So you know whatever it's going to be with the Padres is probably going to be a slugfest, right?
Oh yeah, Vasquez. They knocked him out in the third inning.
So can we now then? Let's do this. Since we don't want to do a whole lineup, you give me one batter, one offensive player that is in your circle of trust. The guy that you're like, I know this dude's showing up.
Well, it's hard.
What are you giving me?
Well, if it's one
Just
guy, because I can get
one guy that you're going to depend on, that you know this guy.
Well, considering how he did in the postseason last year, the big home run against the Guardians, you probably figure it'd be Soto.
Well,
Alonso could be there too, but we know how streaky he's been. Lindor could carry them and be the MVP, and Lindor can go like 0 for 16 in the 2 games they lose in the wild card.
Right.
I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
Pretty streaky.
You see Iglesias, he can't let it go, can he? He can't let it go.
Well, did you?
They're not the same. Not the same as last. I mean, year to year is not the same, but he can't let it go.
Well, I get it.
I love you. Okay. God love you. You were a major part. What
Should have brought me back
last year.
OMG.
All right, fine.
What do you want him to do?
He's batting.
Now it's
he's
SMH.
batting 224.
That should be his next song. SMH.
Here is Iglesias.
Might be
this
SMD.
Year, all right. He's got 1 home run, 32 RBIs. He's batting 224. He's not even an everyday player with the Padres, and when he plays, he doesn't hit. And you know what? We know what was interesting? We didn't get a chance to talk about this yesterday.
Okay.
When he was introduced, very lukewarm reception. I was very surprised. They even said it on the broadcast. I was listening driving home. Howie and Keith said, wow, I was a little surprised it was that lukewarm. They thought that he'd get a
Did they
play
ovation.
it? What's that?
Did
they play it?
No.
They didn't play the song?
When he batted?
No. Why would they play, oh, my God, he's a Padre?
Doesn't matter. It's
just
like
to show him, like for a little welcome back.
No, what they did was it was a great job, I thought, by us, by 880, is that they allowed you hear the PA announcer, Jose Iglesias, and then it was like it was very lukewarm. Some cheers, it wasn't really anything. And they said, "Wow, really surprised it was so lukewarm." I mean, he was a major part of last year.
Well, that's my point. That's why I understand why he's super emotional.
Mets fans moved on.
Oh, completely moved on.
on.
Meanwhile, for him, that will end up probably being the biggest thing that ever happens in his career.
Yeah.
And then you're ushered out when the season ends. I'm not saying the Mets weren't right for doing it, but you certainly understand why you'd be a little bitter about it.
I get the bitter, but it's like...
Oh, but so be bitter. Don't be like, they're not the same.
Yeah.
They're not the same.
By the way, but hold on. They're horrible.
But when you say...
And the magic right now is gone.
Gone.
So he's like, well, the magic is gone.
No,
I took it away.
He's right. But he didn't take the magic away.
No?
No. God did.
So it was going to continue to happen.
God did.
Because that's the thing about magic. It doesn't hang around. All right?
No.
It
That's
shows
why you
up,
hate it.
and then it goes away.
That's why you hate it.
Right? It's like gas, you expel it, and then the next breeze, it disappears. Some tougher than others, I get it.
By the way,
but eventually it goes
Not Magic
away.
Johnson. Not Magic Johnson. Stays with the Lakers for life. He's Dodgers now, and I hope I have him with the Commies for the rest of my life. I love the man.
So on the Yankees, Circle of Trust, offensive player.
Oh, here we go.
I can't make it, Judge. I can't.
You can't.
Well, not based on the
playoffs.
history.
Because history tells me that teams just know how to pitch and know what to do, whatever it is. So it needs to be, because everything changes if Judge goes on a heater at a time where nobody ever expected. If he has himself a run in October, everything could change. We don't know. We'll see. But you have to pick a player. Who would you pick? And you can't say Stanton. Who would you pick?
Oh, why can't you say Stan?
Because you can't.
Okay.
I'm not.
Well, these are your rules.
It's too easy.
All right.
It's too easy.
It's too easy. Bellinger.
That's a good one. It's him or Grisham.
What are they going to do with him?
Pay
He's
him.
got 33 home, but then we don't see Jones.
I don't know how much are they in love with Jones. Are they just
apparently not. He's going to be it's going to be 20. It's going to be Old Timers Day, and he's going to trot out there in a Somerset Patriot jersey. Like I don't know. I mean, you got to play at some point.
Well, but or they're building up his legend as a minor league talent.
25 years old, dude.
Turn him into Homer Bush.
But don't you
Remember
have
Homer Bush? Everybody thought he was going to be like.
Yeah,
they loved him. What'd they get for him?
I know.
What'd they get?
Well, what they sent?
Roger Clemens.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, are you kidding me?
But
no, what? That's what you do.
I know.
You overvalue somebody that I don't want to show too much
because
when you show too much,
that's a good point.
And then we put him in a deal for somebody. It's like, oh wow, you gave up that prospect, and then what?
It's a good point.
So,
but
maybe that's what they're doing.
Because he's
Guy
never
has
done
33
this.
home runs.
But sometimes you just got to be like, you know what? It's just one of those things, man. What are you going to give him a contract? Then he goes out and hits 15. I mean, he didn't do this in San Diego.
How old is he now? 30.
Well, we looked at
What is Grisham?
I don't think he's. I think he's late 20s though.
Is he? So he's not that old. His mustache makes him look old. He's 28. He's 28. So he'll be 29 next year. So, he's having himself a career year. It's at the right time. But if he's a fit, he's a good leadoff hitter.
It's gonna be tough to give up, man.
5. Last night was his 5th multi-home run.
No, it's crazy.
5.
But you are landlocking these prospects. What are you doing?
Well, again, we'll see what they think of Jones.
But you got to believe.
And Dominguez, because that's his position.
Again, we're not giving out watches, right? We're not giving out trophies. You got to believe that you found something and he's going to become something great, or is this just a flash in the pan?
Or is this a contract?
Because I'm not going to make him my center fielder, and then he goes out there and he hits 4 home runs, and we're going to be deep in May, and you're like, boy, we made a mistake.
He has 10 home runs in the last 22 games.
Yeah, it's crazy. But listen, if he ends up torching it in the postseason and helping you win,
what about Ben Rice, another guy?
We got to figure out is he your catcher? Is he eventually going to be your first baseman? They got some decisions to make for sure, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. 1-800-919-3776. Let's go to Nick in one of my favorite places right off of Kindercamack Road, Emerson, New Jersey. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Nick?
Good afternoon, boys. Yeah, Don, Emerson's a phenomenal place. I'm actually a big fan of your old hometown myself. One of my best friends lives there. I think I've told you in the past.
All right, cool, man. North, shout out to North Jersey.
Hell yeah, amen. So, Alan, you kind of stole my thunder a little bit about Warren in the pen and trusting him, and it just kind of gave me the idea of somebody that reminds me of. It kind of reminds me of what if he went into the Phil Hughes position of 7th and 8th inning before Mariano in 2009.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Kind of had that similar.
That's pretty good.
Similar pitching style.
That's not terrible. I don't hate that at all, and that's a really good reference too, of how you can use somebody. Think about it. He's given you 30+ starts as a rookie, and he wasn't really. Was he even part of the plan to start the season? So you've got to acknowledge the fact that he's given you a lot of good innings this season. He's had moments. I think with him in a playoff spot, that's a pretty good place to put him. I like that. That's why I like him out of the bullpen. I think he's a good guy to bring in out of the bullpen. A little less pressure.
Yeah.
But you also have to recognize the consistency that he has brought and the durability he has brought to a pitching staff that has had neither one of those all season.
1-800-919-3776. We got that guy Thursday. We got Damen Woody. We got ENN. We got everything going on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg on ESPN New York.
You know so much about who you are. But do you know what makes your body your body? With over 100 lab tests and insights, Function can help you know the truth. Because you know you're made of grit, wit, and a good heart. But just how healthy is that heart? You know you're made up of all the places you've called home. You know you're made of your mom's sarcasm. And now you can find out if you have her thyroid too. You know you're made of college all-nighters and 30s early-nighters, but those still don't explain your sleep issues. You know that you're made up of good meals with even better conversation. But are you actually absorbing those nutrients? A Function membership gives you a comprehensive health check with results tracked over time. Find out what you're made of at functionhealth.com.
Shop great new offers at Bay Ridge Mazda. Lease the 2025 Mazda CX-5S for as low as $239 per month or finance for 2.9% APR for 36 months. They will take any trade-in and accept all lease returns, even if you didn't lease with them. Plus, enjoy Bay Ridge Plus benefits like ding and dent coverage, key replacement, windshield protection, and roadside assistance, all included. Visit them in Brooklyn or online at BayRidgeMazda.com. Bay Ridge Mazda, where confidence comes standard. See dealer for details.
Why watch alone when you can join the crowd? Ryder Cup Live is taking over New York's favorite bars and pubs with official watch parties all weekend long. From upscale lounges to classic Irish pubs, you'll catch every swing and putt in a club-level atmosphere surrounded by fellow fans. Cheer, toast, and rally behind your team at the hottest Ryder Cup watch spots across Manhattan. Ryder Cup Live, because the best games are watched together. To learn more, visit RyderCup.com.
Schweppes, the iconic ginger ale of New York, is proud to sponsor the PGA of America. Schweppes has a deep lineup of ginger flavors, including raspberry, white peach, dry grape, and also available in zero sugar. With every sip of Schweppes, the dedication to quality, excellence, and the art of tastefulness will leave you feeling simply refreshed. It's a hole-in-one for all your drinking occasions. Schweppes, a sparkling tradition since 1783, and the perfect way to elevate your summer. Swing by your local ShopRite and grab some Schweppes.
Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlogged projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Whoa! Jason Kelsey just found out that NFL Sunday Ticket now lets you subscribe month to month.
Yeah!
He just realized you can join and cancel anytime.
Ha-ha! Now that's what I'm talking about.
Now he just found $1 in the sofa.
Yeah!
And he just saw a great parking spot open up. Look, just because Jason's easily excited doesn't make NFL Sunday Ticket month to month any less great. Right, Jason?
Yeah.
Get NFL Sunday Ticket month to month and cancel anytime. Woo! Sign up at NFLSundayTicket.com. Renews every month during the 2025 regular season. Cancel anytime. Terms and embargoes apply. No refunds. Commercial use excluded.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
There's a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Get 1.9% financing on a new Mazda 2025 CX-50 or lease for $249 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN SN 354688. MSRP $32,945. Zero security deposit. APR $17.48 per 1,000 finance. Ends 9/30/25.
This Ryder Cup, if you can't make it to Bethpage, then this is the place to be. Join the Michael K. Show, broadcasting live from 1 to 3 p.m. at Ryder Cup Live from Rockefeller Center, Midtown Manhattan's ultimate golf fan fest. Experience massive video boards, interactive golf challenges, themed cocktails, official Ryder Cup gear, and the electric energy of golf's greatest rivalry. From Thursday through Sunday, it's all happening in the heart of New York City. The Michael K. Show, live from Ryder Cup Live. Michelob Ultra, the official beer sponsor of the Ryder Cup.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg with you until 7 today.
Full
Eventually,
frontal.
we'll be joined by 880. You can, of course, consume us live on our YouTube channel, and we want you to subscribe and like as much as you can.
We got a big crowd watching right now. It's good.
Good.
Shout out to everybody watching. I can't get into the chat, so I can't Respond to people.
Well, yeah, you can. Sure, you can.
No, but this computer.
You got to log in.
I don't want.
I think it's
I
pronounced
am not signing
computer.
in on this work
why?
computer.
Why? Because is your Gmail your main email?
No.
So why are you scared to sign in?
Because then it stays signed in. I don't want to do that.
Well, you just got to go sign out. I do it every day. And then I sign out at the end of the day.
Then it's there. Then there's a footprint. I don't want any of that.
Interesting.
I don't like that.
Not a
Don, what are you making from this?
I don't want to do it.
They just want to do it.
I'm only using work email, work accounts on work computers. That's it. Nothing personal. Because then there's a footprint. I don't want it.
A footprint,
Yeah.
huh? This is very suspicious.
He doesn't want a paper trail.
I don't want a paper trail.
A paper trail of what?
I don't know.
Whatever.
Who knows who's
I don't
coming in
know.
here at night and looking
what
up
do you-
stuff?
what
Now
do
all
you-
of a
what do
sudden
you
it's
plan on
connected to
doing?
my account?
Well, what do you plan on doing?
What do you mean? I'm saying who knows who's coming in here after us and what's
Now,
going
listen,
on.
Don, let me talk to you.
we saw fingernails on the floor. Nobody knew who they were. We don't know
No,
what's going
Now,
on in this
well,
place.
no. If listen, if you don't trust yourself to sign out, well, that's the answer.
Okay, that's the answer.
If you don't,
I might
because
forget.
listen,
What if I
Who
forget?
specifically don't you trust? Because with the nails, I threw out who I thought it was.
Yeah.
Who don't you trust?
But I'm saying we don't know what's going on in here because of all the stuff that happens. Your jersey got moved. Like you don't know
we
who's in
found
here.
out that was John.
Right.
But
well, that's.
But everybody that comes into this facility's got to pass, so we can narrow it down if anything were to happen.
I know, but doesn't matter.
Listen, Don,
I don't wanna be
I'll relate to
implicated.
it.
What do you think? This is
I'll
high
relate to it like
potential.
this.
The cleaning woman's going to come in and
Hey,
solve
listen.
all our crimes.
Listen, was that wrong?
That is a
Don,
good show.
I have a work computer. That I use. I've been using it actually as my just computer because my old computer broke. So I've been using a work computer. Now, I admit there are certain things that maybe I would have previously watched on my personal computer that I choose not to watch on a work computer. But besides that, what is the worry about? You know what I'm saying, Don? Like, what is anyone doing?
No, he's afraid he's going to sign.
Just if I forget, it's the same thing as signing into Twitter on here.
But there is
and you forget to do it, and then somebody else is using. Because I remember opening up Twitter on here, and somebody else was signed in. I forget which.
Oh, I've seen that
former
happen.
host, and I'm like, oh god, like I'm about to tweet something, and you know what I mean. So no, never do that. Sorry,
but it's
call me
not-
paranoid.
I know, but it's only an issue if there's somebody on this floor you don't trust.
Jake's got
that's
all
going
the
to do
Well,
something.
that's sounding like what's going on here.
The best case to do it is to go incognito mode and then cross out.
Yeah.
All right. While we're working through that, 1-800-919-3776.
I was
No,
just saying I couldn't see
everything's
the
a
chat.
thing on this show. You should learn that by now. We've been doing this show for 8 months now. Everything's a thing. You never know.
Trying not to be that guy.
Neil in the Bronx. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Neil?
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Love the show. I'm watching you guys on YouTube. You guys look awesome. Before I get to my Yankee question, Don, are you related to Wolfman Jack? You have a Wolfman Jack type look to yourself.
I don't know that. I'm going to take that as a compliment.
Yes.
But I don't think I'm related to Wolfman Jack.
Can you
no.
imitate Wolfman Jack? Remember this? Remember he always had he had a sound.
Oh yeah, but I can't do it. I
No,
don't think
can't
I
do it?
can do it.
Can
He
we
was
find
great in
some-
American Graffiti.
Can we
As
find
far
some
as the
Wolfman
Yankee-
Jack? We got to find some.
Guys, as far as the Yankee question, I heard you guys arguing about home field advantage. If you had a choice about Aaron Judge being clutch this postseason, which God knows he needs it, over home field advantage, which one would you choose?
Wait. Say it one more time slowly. I'm not very smart.
I didn't get it either.
Okay.
Me neither.
If you have a choice of Aaron Judge being clutch this postseason, because God knows he needs that moment,
Yeah.
over the Yankees having home field advantage, which one would you choose?
I mean,
that's a no-brainer.
I think that feels like an obvious answer.
It does to
very
me.
obvious. They've been
But like
great
I
on
said,
the road.
I
You're
struggle
taking
with
Judge in a heartbeat. There's no question.
No, you're not. Listen, it's nice to have home field, but
No.
they've been a great team on the road all
I
year
need
long.
Judge to have a big time postseason because if he does, it doesn't matter where you're playing.
Right.
You have a exponentially higher chance to win a series if Aaron Judge is regular season Aaron Judge.
And if he doesn't, it doesn't matter where you're playing because we know what the result's going to be.
Yep.
We've seen this before.
Yep.
You might even make it all the way to the World Series, but at some point you're coming up short. So
Yeah.
you got to get Judge this year. And that's why I really do think it's going to be one of the fascinating storylines going into the postseason is that this is an all-time great player who has this one thing that everyone holds over his head with good reason, and you know it must bother him. And for him to end up truly in Yankee lore in the
Yes.
realest way.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if Michael Kay talks about how great he is. It doesn't matter if Don LaGreca gets on the radio and says he's an all-time Yankee. None of those things truly matter, whether it's right or not, until the guy has a killer playoff. Even if they don't win the World Series, he needs a killer playoff
agree.
under his belt.
They could lose in the DS, but if he's just mashing the baseball, it's almost like a sigh of relief. His ALDS experience, he's played in 6 of them in his career. His batting average is 192, 41 strikeouts. And he has
homered in the postseason.
Oh, yeah, he homered 3 times last year? 4 times?
Yeah, no, he's
He
homered.
got a couple.
But I'm looking at ALDS 6 series, and he has 19 hits and 41 strikeouts with a 192. Even the ALCS, he's been in 4 of those.
Yeah, but you know what?
193.
You said something just where it was kind of just a throwaway. Like he just has to have a monster series, even if they don't win. Well, if he doesn't win, it'll be like, all right, you had that 1 year, but overall he's been terrible.
But
he still doesn't have a ring.
And you didn't help your team win.
Yeah, where if he gets
in the long run, you're right. But he needs it right now.
But if he needs it now, I'll tell you what. If he's average and the Yankees win, he'll get up a little bit.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Well,
That's right.
You're right.
If he's
average. You remember, his numbers in the DS are terrible in 6 series. His team's won 4 of the 6, though. So, like you said about Soto, I don't care if he's terrible. Is the team winning? That's all that matters.
Right, but he didn't have no championships, just the 1 World Series, and it wasn't good in that World Series, and we'll see what happens this year. All right, Giants are taking on the Chiefs, a little Sunday Night Football, and we were asking the question, what's wrong with the Chiefs? Is it just a blip on the radar screen, or is it something that maybe the Giants could take advantage of? Nate Taylor covers the Chiefs for ESPN.
He's great.
He's going to be joining us coming up next as we do a little football. We'll have that guy Thursday at 4:30. We've got ENN at 6. Full frontal today to 7 o'clock here on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg on ESPN New York.
Every NFL Thursday is your chance to hit the jackpot on FanDuel. Because with FanDuel's Thursday Touchdown Jackpot, you can win a share of $2 million in bonus bets each week. To get in on this Thursday's action, all you got to do is place an anytime touchdown scorer bet before the game kicks off. And if your player scores the first or last TD of the game, you'll win your bet plus a share of bonus bets. Just visit FanDuel.com/Peter to take a shot at the jackpot. That's FanDuel.com/Peter for your chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets. Play your game with FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. 21 and over in physically present New York, opt-in required. Must apply profit boost token on select market. Prize pool to be split equally among all eligible participants who made the correct first or last TD pick. Bonus issued is not withdrawable bonus bets which expire 21 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For all with a gambling problem, call 877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Listen up, friends. It's summer, and you should be out there trying to enjoy yourself. But neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain is holding you back. It's time to handle it. I'm telling you, you need to call Dr. J. Shaw at Sandwell Pain. Dr. Shaw is a double board certified, Ivy League trained. This man is the real deal. No surgery, no scars, no downtime, just results. You can book a same day or next day appointment. He's got 3 convenient locations in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, so there's no excuses. You want to get back to your active lifestyle? Dr. Shaw got you covered. Joint pain, migraine, sciatica, nerve pain, gone. No cuts, no medication, no long recovery, just precise image-guided procedures that can get you back to doing what you love. So, here's what you got to do. Get your phone, get online, SandwellPain.com. Book that appointment. You've waited long enough. Don't let pain steal your summer. Don't let pain steal your fun. Call Dr. J. Shaw today. Go to SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible, overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
This college football moment is brought to you by Serve Pro.
College football teams have moments they recovered from and made it like it never even happened. Like on September 24, 2016, when Tulsa found themselves down 31-0 to Fresno State with 10 minutes left in the second quarter. Tulsa fought back to tie the game at 41. And then won 48-41 in double overtime.
Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Put in the book! This is your radio home for New York Mets baseball. 880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS FM HD2, New York.
Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, fellas.
I like when he holds it.
Mets beat the Padres 6-1, so they take 2 out of 3 from San Diego. Potential first-round matchup for the Mets. So that's good news. And the Yankees will be in Baltimore to take on the Orioles for a start of a 4-game set at 7:15. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Giants take on the Chiefs Sunday Night Football. Chiefs 0-2, Giants 0-2, but many people wondering what's wrong with the Kansas City Chiefs' back-to-back losses to the Eagles and the Chargers. Nate Taylor covers the AFC champions for ESPN, and he joins us here on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. How are you, Nate?
Oh, I am fantastic, fellas. Doing well. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, it's always a pleasure to talk some football. And listen, they got some news on Worthy, and it looks like he's going to be able to play. Does that answer their problems offensively, or are there still some other things going on here that he can't necessarily fix?
Yeah, no, that's a great point. As of right now, it's trending like Xavier Worthy's going to play. As I've said on multiple occasions, I even wrote this on ESPN.com yesterday, we have no idea how effective he's going to be. And I don't know how the Chiefs are going to try to get him involved early in Sunday's game to see if they can utilize his speed. But, of course, because of the dislocated right shoulder that he suffered in Week 1, he's really going to have to protect himself. This is the first time that Xavier Worthy has played with this type of injury. So, again, fascinated to see how it goes for him on Sunday. But, honestly, guys, they got a lot of issues on offense. Their offensive line on the left side is particularly young, with rookie Josh Simmons and second-year player Kingsley Suamataia, who is now, playing a new position at left guard. So that's a area of weakness for pass protection, right? A lot of teams, at least the first two, the Chargers and the Eagles, really exploited Kingsley Suamataia in terms of pass protection. So if you can't protect as well as you want for your franchise quarterback, right? Well, then, hey, just do the simple thing. Just hand the ball off to Isaiah Pacheco or Kareem Hunt. That's been one of the worst things that you could do through the first 2 weeks of the NFL season. I'm writing about it now. The Chiefs have, as of right now, statistically, one of the worst pair of running backs when you consider not only the traditional stats, but also the advanced metrics of how little yards the Chiefs are generating running the ball. So that puts all the burden on Mahomes to be excellent, to be a superhero, to do something magical to get this offense, to get him a spark.
And that's what you're used to getting from Mahomes, right? You know what I found amazing, Nate? You say it, and it's like, take a second. Patrick Mahomes is 30 years old now. His birthday was yesterday, right? And
he spent his birthday yesterday looking at Dexter Lawrence and going, oh, right.
Exactly. But it's amazing how a guy that felt like he was forever young, and the part of the next generation of young quarterbacks and all this stuff, he's 30. Now, obviously, we're seeing in this sport that you can play well. You can play into your 40s at quarterback and still be effective, especially the best ones. But it's still there is a bit of a mortality feeling about him and how many times he's going to get hit, because he's a guy that will try to make plays and extend plays. So you mentioned the left side of the offensive line. When you look, you mentioned Dexter Lawrence. I mean, how about also, Burns and Carter and Thibodeau?
Yeah.
Is that an area if the Giants can exploit that side of the line, how much could this become like a game that no one thinks should be a game?
Yeah, no, I think the scenario that the Chiefs have really struggled with guys, and I think it's going to be really interesting to see what like Brian Dable does on offense. But this is not the same Chiefs offense where, as I covered, all of the Mahomes games, it would be like, all right, well, it's 17-7 in the second quarter. Okay, maybe they didn't wake up in the first quarter. Hell, maybe they played poorly in the first half, but like they got Mahomes, they got Kelsey. At one time they had obviously Tyreek Hill. But, like, hey, they'll figure it out. Andy Reid will scheme up something, and they'll have this, remarkable quick turnaround comeback. Well, the Chargers got these guys down 10 points in Sao Paulo. Guess what? Couldn't catch them.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles kept it close, and they were the team who actually made the critical plays in the fourth quarter to extend their lead to 10 points, and Mahomes could not bring them back in the fourth quarter. So this is not a team that has quick strike ability as of right now that we've seen so far. And because you mentioned how much Mahomes loves to extend plays, or, hey, as of right now this season, he's got to actually tuck the ball and run because his receivers have struggled to get open in man coverage, and we've talked about the protection issues already and the fact that the Chiefs have lacked a run game that they were not expecting, right? So all of a sudden Mahomes feels like, hey, I've got to do it myself to move the football, to matriculate this thing down the field. And so that's going to lead to more hits. That's going to lead to perhaps a more turnover-worthy play or two. So if the Giants keep this close, I will not be surprised, right? Because this team has struggled to get off to a fast start. We have no idea if Xavier Worthy is going to be the elixir that they need immediately. And if Mahomes gets down, all of a sudden you're going to be like, hey, man, can you just create a superhero play? And, again, you're 30. You're not 25 anymore. And this team has really put a lot of resources behind the offensive line. But we all know it takes like a month, maybe 2 months for a new offensive line to kind of gel, particularly on one side of the formations. I think the Chiefs would not feel great if they didn't come out of MetLife with like a 10-point win. But a lot of things will have to go right, or a lot of mistakes will have to happen from the Giants for the Chiefs to get that type of win. I'm not sure, unless Mahomes is just absolutely excellent, that this game probably won't be close in the late third, early fourth quarter.
Even if they figure it out, Nate, how confident are you they can figure out enough to win this division? Because I would think, and you correct me if I'm wrong, this is the best this division's been during this Kansas City run.
Yes, you can make that argument because I remember, and what was so funny was like the 2022 season. Just a quick reminder. It was like, hey, Russell Wilson's going to the Broncos, and hey, like, Brandon Staley's one of the best young defensive coordinators. He's going to take over the Chargers, and they got Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa, and there was so much change, and then Mahomes was just better than everybody. Honestly, no one could still cover Travis Kelce. Well, now you move this thing 3 years later. Kelce is still Patrick's most reliable pass catcher, but he's 35 going on 36. This could be his last season. You have Rashee Rice suspended for 6 weeks. He's their best skill position player, so it's going to take him a while to get back in rhythm, right? This is honestly one of the best coaching divisions you will ever see in the National Football League. So Pete Carroll, competent coach, gonna get the Raiders on track with Geno Smith. It's very clear to me that the Broncos should have won last week. But hey, if I want a coach to mature a quarterback over the course of a rookie contract, then hey, Sean Payton's going to do a lot of good for Bo Nix. And that defense that Denver has should be better. The Chargers look awesome, guys. And we all know how good Jim Harbaugh is as a coach as well. So the Chiefs are going to have to really run the table in the second half of the season. And so it's fascinating to me that not only is Mahomes healthy and excellent and still making a lot of cool plays, but this roster might be a little older than we're used to seeing. They're not as explosive as we've used to seeing so far, and the division's naturally just going to get better over time. The Chiefs have won 9 straight AFC West titles. The only dynasty that has done it more often is the New England Patriots. But those AFC East divisional teams are not the same as those in the West right now.
So are you right now and those close to the team feeling like the Kelce thing, like this is it? Like he has taken a full step down and this is just how it's going to be? Or do you see it as, yes, of course he's getting older, a couple of moments have happened, but when we get to the nitty-gritty, he will still be Travis Kelce.
That's what the Chiefs are hoping late in the season and obviously in the postseason. One of the more interesting things is, like, the Chiefs almost kind of feel like these old school, like, San Antonio Spurs back when it was, Kawhi Leonard and, Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili and Tim Duncan, where it's like, hey, can we just manage their bodies to get them ready for a postseason run? That's ultimately what the Chiefs are trying to do. But it gets really hard when it's like, hey, Rashee Rice is serving a 6-game suspension. Hey, man, you were the one who collided into Xavier Worthy. You just made life harder on yourself, right? Now there is no more guys. There are no more guys that are more reliable on third down. It's amazing that Kelce had a pretty good game statistically when you watch how he's moving, the fact that he's actually kind of making guys miss. He's using a stiff arm. He's gaining more yards after the catch this season than he was last season. So, hey, you can see some sizable differences in his athleticism, which is what he spent most of the offseason training for. The problem is, hey, man, we ran this play like a bazillion times. Catch the football. Like, if you catch the football, the Chiefs go up 17-13. Instead, it goes from 13 to 10 to 20 to 10. And as I said earlier, Travis Kelce's not giving you a 50-yard touchdown anytime soon. So I think he looks better than he did last year, and that's a lot of credit to him. But he's back in the same predicament as Mahomes, which is, man, it's a lot of work to move the football up and down the field time after time after time when your second-best receiver right now is Hollywood Brown, and we all know that he's been dealing with injuries throughout his career. So at least he's healthy at this point, and it's going to be a good sign that they get Xavier Worthy back. But you can't put the burden of the offense all on Mahomes and all on Kelce. But that's basically what we saw Sunday, and it wasn't good enough against a very talented Eagles team.
Nate, as you prepare for this game and you see what Russell Wilson did to the Cowboys last week, obviously you're not going to throw for 450 yards, but do you buy that he still has something left, or did you look at week 2 as just a blip on the radar screen?
Man, it must be really nice to throw to Malik Neighbors. It must be so nice. Like, it really just simplifies things where it's like, oh, yeah, that guy, really fast. Just go deep, man. I'll just get it to you. We know the Chiefs play a lot of man-to-man coverage, so much of those same highlights we saw against the Cowboys, I guess, could happen against the Chiefs. Now, the Chiefs have a better, cornerback pair with Trey McDuffie and Jalen Watson. But, hey, if you give Russell Wilson enough time, the middle of the field can be open because the Chiefs are pretty young at the safety position with Shamari Connor and Brian Cook. They lost Justin Reed in the offseason, who was one of their big leaders. And, of course, you can maybe isolate Nick Bolton, the talented linebacker, against a tight end. Nick Bolton's more of a thumper than he is a coverage specialist at the linebacker position. The problem with Russell Wilson, and we all know this, is he holds on to the ball. So it's so fascinating that the Chiefs are worried about Dexter Lawrence, and I'm sure the Giants are worried about Chris Jones because it was clear from the Eagles' game plan, and Brian Dabo should just copy and paste it, in my opinion, is, hey, wherever that 95 is, 4 hands. Double team this man to death. Ask somebody else to beat us. If we get time, like Jalen Hurts did at one point in the second half, I can throw a deep shot to Devontae Smith and get a play that gets us in the red zone. We know Steve Spagnuolo loves to blitz. So if you double team Chris Jones throughout the game and Spagnuolo has to blitz, that's your one-on-one opportunity for Russell Wilson to just rear it back, throw it deep, see if you get a pass interference, see if you get a great catch from Malik Neighbors. The game plan is there, but it's so funny that much of my thoughts in talking to the guys this week is Russell Wilson has been known to turn the football over. If they can't get turnovers against the Giants, oh, buddy. I mean, for any Giants fan that's listening right now, the Chiefs do not have a turnover in 2 games. Haven't come close. So if Russell Wilson can protect the football, get his one-on-one matchups, and throw it deep, the Giants will have a chance in this game.
You're asking an incomplete team to play a perfect game or a clean game, and that's certainly something that Dabo would love to see because the first 2 games haven't really been like that. It's funny. Right. It's not a great pass rush from the Chiefs, but not a very good offensive line for the Giants. Right. like something's got to give, Nate. Right? Something's got to give.
Yep.
But you talked about Kelce. Again, I can't go out like that. And then these first 2 games for him, It looks like he's going out like that. But in general, though, because of what the reputation they have at 0-2, you just, they'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. You always just default to they'll figure it out. But if you could imagine 0-3 in Kansas City, does panic set? Like, what happens there? Because there is so much trust and credibility built in because of Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. What would 0-3 mean?
0-3 would mean everyone's allowed to push the panic button. Everybody. 0-3 would really signify that, like, man, this team is not as well coached as they've been in the past. They don't have, the same level of explosion on offense. Right. I mean, again, if the Chiefs cannot run the ball against the Giants because of the Giants' front four, then, hey, totally understandable. That puts all the pressure on Mahomes. We all know that these games are usually close, and a turnover or two can make the difference. If the Chiefs can't generate turnovers, even though they have Chris Jones, even though they have Trent McDuffie, even though they have, Nick Bolton, well, you're allowing the team to kind of stay in the game. You're not flipping the field and giving Mahomes a short field. I mean, it would be absolute panic because this was a team that said, hey, we're really good. We've been to 3 straight Super Bowls. We've won 2 of them. We were the first team ever to even get to the 3rd straight Super Bowl. Hey, we know what it takes. Like, give us the benefit of the doubt. Trust us, right? Hey, you lose to a division rival in week 1. No one's going to be like, totally upset. Again, Jim Harbaugh, the Chargers, obviously a good football team, the team that many people thought was going to compete for the division with you. Okay, you played the Eagles really tight for 3 quarters, and then the Eagles made the plays in the 4th quarter, and you lose to the defending champions. Okay, you lose to the 0-2 Giants.
Yep.
Where the Giants looked inept on offense in week 1, and their defense allowed Dak Prescott to just find every void available with time within the pocket. Where do you go? It becomes an issue because, as we know, the Chargers are good, the Ravens are good, the Bills are good.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with the Bengals with Joe Burrow, but they're still 2-0. The Chiefs' schedule doesn't get really easier. They still got to play the Commanders. They still got to play the Lions. They got the Bills and the Ravens on their schedule as well. So 0-3 would be an embarrassment, especially losing these games in prime time in Sao Paulo, the national game of the week at home in Arrowhead, and then obviously a primetime game Sunday night against, again, I don't know if Jackson Dart's going to play. I would say probably not, but, like, you can't lose to this team from their perspective, given what they believe to, given what their reputation and the fact that, like, it would be allowed, in my opinion, for everyone to panic, to really question what the hell's going on if they lose to the Giants. But again, hey, these things sometimes end quicker than we anticipate, and sometimes these issues get revealed in a bigger way than anybody could have seen on paper. And that's the beauty of this sport, man. It's so silly. It's so, what are you that particular day on that particular week? And so if I'm a Giants fan, I can go into this game knowing the Chiefs, A, are vulnerable, and B, they have yet to put a full game together. So if they don't do that against my team, the Giants will have a chance to win.
Well, we'll see. Nate, great stuff, man. Really appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Nate.
Hope to talk to you down the road, man.
Of course, fellas. Anytime. Thank you so much.
All right, that was
I want everyone to remember this moment.
Nate Taylor, by the way. Yes.
I want everyone to remember this moment on Monday. When we go, remember that long conversation we had with the guy from the Chiefs?
Listen.
We talked about all the scenarios, and then when it's 34-7,
and
we're like, the Chiefs just chiefed us.
But Peter, the beauty of the NFL is the 4-letter word starts every Monday and gives you a whole week of it. And this is a very interesting scenario that the Giants are in.
Yeah.
Because they're 0-2, but so are the Chiefs. Both desperate. Like, again, Chiefs are desperate, but they're more desperate. And I think there's something compelling. 2 0-2 teams meet. It's rarely a compelling game, right? Usually these are bad teams. This is a really compelling game.
And maybe with 2 bad teams.
And by the way, no, but I'm telling you, but it's the Chiefs, so of course it's going to have a little more to it. But there is a way to a win, and that's what Nate was telling you. The weaknesses that the Chiefs have, the Giants have the strengths to exploit it. And I'll tell you this, 0-3 is the death sentence in the NFL. Of the 165 teams to start with 3 straight losses since 1990. Only 4 made the playoffs. 4.
Yeah.
4.
And if you're going to do it.
It's the Kansas City Chiefs.
Right, and if you're going to do it, you start 0-3 in the NFC, there might be an avenue. But with all the good teams in the AFC, but who knows? Is Cincinnati dead because of Burrow?
Because of Burrow, yeah.
Yes.
That those look like it. Miami looks like they're cooked. So there might be not to win the division, but there still could be a chance to make it.
But exactly, and so those two may be cooked, but then there'll be one team we weren't even thinking about that emerges.
Well,
right?
So, there could be that team. But I will say this, and this is just off the top of my head. I didn't take the deep dive. But Giant fans will know. The Giant problem here in recent vintage has been winning games in their division. Winning games, period, but really being humiliated in their division.
Yes.
But if you look, Tyrod Taylor almost beat the Bills in Buffalo. If you remember, there was a nationally televised game a few years ago where they had the Chiefs on the ropes, but then Mahomes came up with a big drive, they won. If you remember, there was another primetime game in Tampa where it looked like they were about to beat Brady, and then Brady had a drive late, won the game. It's not unusual for the Giants to hang with teams like this and then lose the game where the Chiefs don't feel any better about themselves, but the Giants just couldn't win it. Like they hung in there, but just aren't good enough to win the game. They lose 27-21 or something. You're proud of the effort, but the Chiefs are still broken, but the Giants couldn't take advantage of it because they can't win.
You might not learn anything from this game you normally would.
Right, because the Giants.
I just think there's an upset to be had. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's there.
It's there.
They have weaknesses, man.
Because he never said, Super Bowl loss hangover. He didn't even really buy into the injury, right? Oh, because they got just because he's coming back doesn't mean it's going to all of a sudden get better.
Worthy. Shoulder,
Xavier Worthy.
Yeah.
So he wasn't making these excuses. He was talking about how this team might be broken. And they still have enough talent that they'll win games. They're not going to go 0-17. But they might be. This might be a 9-10 win team that has to settle for a wild card, or maybe, just maybe, not make it. Peter, it felt like a joke after a while. But how many times did I say last year, I think this Chiefs team could be had? But because they have a heart of a champion, they'd find a way to still win the game.
They have a great quarterback and a smart coach.
But so really, the holes were showing last year. But now the holes are too big for the heart of a champion to overcome.
Well, and Kelsey's really starting to show. Like again, when you like the Brady Gronk thing, it's like Gronk always came up with a huge play when you needed it. Maybe he didn't put up the numbers,
right?
But Brady always knew the safety, the security blanket was always there when I needed it. Kelsey in the first 2 games has not been that.
But they just took on if the Chargers are for real. And the Philadelphia Eagles are the defending champions. They didn't lose to nobody, and they weren't blown out.
No, winnable games.
Not in either game.
That's
what I'm saying. It's guys. That was my only point, is that it's not off the table that they don't destroy the Giants.
It's not off the table.
That is absolutely.
Here's one thing: if you could put your money down on the Chiefs getting their first turnover of the defense, getting its first turnover of the season.
Oh, you love it. Oh, come on.
I mean, right? That's
Russell Wilson might have one punt
plus
during the day.
10,000.
Exactly.
I mean,
you're
just
telling me
book it.
there's no chance that Russell Wilson just decides to heave 150 yards?
Minus 10,000.
Yell.
That might be.
Ollie oxen free.
If I had to guess, what's the spread? Because I haven't looked at it yet.
It's 6.5.
It's not. It's under a touchdown.
Yeah. I think it was 7.5, but moved.
This will be.
Think about what they're saying though. Under 6.5 in New York. Think about what that's really saying.
Which would be. I guess in a neutral
10?
site, it's not good. But I would not be surprised if it's close to a close adjacent game. Like, I don't think the Giants are going to get completely humiliated.
Hold on.
You're going,
that was a mouthful.
No. A close or close adjacent
2017, mid-fourth quarter.
I would not be surprised if it goes the way it did against the Commanders. Like the Commanders, it was a 14-6 game, and then the Commanders put it away with a touchdown. So it wasn't a blowout, but it wasn't that close.
Oh, I can see
like
that,
something
for sure.
like that where I think the Giants will get points.
So you're.
By the way, I want to be clear. I could see the Giants winning this game. I'm not. I agree with what everyone's saying. There is a road to victory.
There's a road here. Yeah.
There is also just a world in which what Don just said was true, and you have a still pretty good Chiefs team that lost to two of the better teams in the league and gets right against the Giants, who look more like they did week 1 than week 2. That's on the table also.
The reason it's hard to fathom them winning the game is because at some point you're going to have to make a play against a championship caliber team, and the Giants don't do that.
Yeah, they don't have a pass rush, but their secondary is way better than the Dallas' secondary.
I've seen them hang with good teams before and just not be able to get it done.
Yeah.
But we'll see. It should be a lot of fun talking some football. It's That Guy Thursday. That's coming up next. Your calls at 1-800-919-3776.
Smash, subscribe, smash it.
It is Don. It's Hahn, Rosenberg until 7 o'clock, and then it's Dan Grassa here on ESPN New York.
All you gotta do is put up.
Eric Church is back and bringing his unforgettable live show to Brooklyn. Eric Church Free the Machine Tour with special guest L. King. Barclays Center, Saturday, September 20th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. His new album, Evangeline vs. the Machine, is out now. One epic night of music that you won't want to miss. Eric Church Free the Machine Tour. Live at Barclays Center, Saturday, September 20th.
Drink a little drink.
Get tickets now. For more, visit ericchurch.com. Produced by Messina Touring Group.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
D'Agostino & Associates is a legacy firm, and I'm proud to be a part of that legacy. I'm Jenna D'Agostino, and like my father, I fight to get justice for the injured.
The hustle and grit of these streets shaped me. I'm John D'Agostino, and from the concrete to the courtroom, I built this injury firm 35 years ago to get accident victims justice. So call my team first, 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
You want justice? Think Jenna D'Agostino. Think D'Agostino & Associates. Justice isn't just a word. For us, it's a way of life. It's having compassion for your struggle and getting you paid for your pain. Now that's justice. D'Agostino & Associates means being there for the injured.
Seriously injured? Call my team first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. D'Agostino & Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and will come to you. I've been there, and I'll be there for you.
D'Agostino Law Bite Back. Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks a million, guys. Mets game just wrapped up over at Citi Field. It's a bumper-to-bumper ride on the Whitestone Expressway northbound, heading over to the Bronx-bound Whitestone Bridge. Delays there, go back onto the Van Wyck. Not much better on the Grand Central eastbound, trying to leave Queens and head on to the northern state in Nassau County. Packed there from LaGuardia. All of your approaches the outbound Georgia are terrible. Not even the Henry Hudson going to help you out. Delays there, go back into the Bronx. Cross Bronx westbound, pretty much at a standstill from the Bruckner on through. Inbound George about 10 to 15 for both the upper and lower decks. Outbound Lincoln, your best ride at 20 to 30. Outbound Honorania, 45 plus. This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Visit mad.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
We all have that one friend.
I'm talking about the yo-yos who set themselves on fire and bathe in pork and beans.
Or know that one person.
I'm here with my family.
Who can't help but be.
He's not cool. His voice is weird. He's kind of a dork. His brother's a tool. His girlfriend's annoying.
That guy.
I didn't know it was banner night. We won't be out for that.
It's time for That Guy Thursday.
Hey guys, anyone want to play some ball?
With Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
He's just being that guy. And Peter's so right. It's the best little bit of anything that we do.
It is really good.
What's better than that?
It is really terrific because it's That Guy Thursday and it's driven by Ramsey Mazda. And Alan has assured me he's got an interesting.
Well, does anybody else have one that's sports related? Because mine's not.
Sports related?
Yeah. No? We don't have any of that, guys?
I don't
on
have
deck?
like...
Anthony, didn't you have something? Anthony has something.
I love it.
What do you have, Anthony?
Go ahead.
Sorry, Peter. You go ahead.
No, it's okay.
No, I want to hear yours.
Does anybody else have Anthony really loud in their ears?
Very loud.
Very.
They've tried to fix the
Anthony
you know what?
aggressive on the mic.
Shake your fanny over here and sit
sit
here
in
like
here.
a gentleman.
Get on a camera.
Like an absolute gentleman. Get in this
Come
studio.
on.
Sit down. You're going to contribute to the show.
Santillo's
Move.
on camera.
Move.
Santiago's on camera.
Hold on. You went from nice to Don that you wanted him there. So now you're screaming
because
at him.
he hasn't flinched since I requested it.
Now I want to stay right here.
He hasn't even flinched, Peter. That's why I was getting angered because he's not listening.
He's unnerved.
Well, I'll say this.
Oh boy,
Don. By the way, you keep moving further and further out of our.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm doing my job, okay? And I'm a mover.
Now the job is be on camera.
I'm a mover.
Because guess what? You're not on today. The radio.
Another
do us
reason.
a favor and get on the damn
Peter.
camera.
Another reason why I have to stay right where I am.
Which way am I supposed to go?
Don't worry.
The other way.
I'll take care of it.
Wait a second. I saw this morning. They had a
stop,
four-shot going.
Yes, they do.
It was fantastic. Jacob Perry needs to be on camera. People need to see him.
Well, you know what? But we also need people that want to be a part of a team.
No.
And you're saying he doesn't want.
3, 2, 1. Let's be good.
Peter, he hasn't even moved. No intention of moving. So
Not
wouldn't that
coming in.
anger you?
I hear what you're saying. It's tough, but.
All right. Well, does someone have?
No. Well, Anthony, give us what it was, please. Here we go.
So we love our college coaches.
Oh.
And Brian Kelly.
And by love, you mean hate them.
Well, yes. This was part of ENN yesterday, but ENN was very robust yesterday. We didn't get a chance to get to it.
Yeah, very busted.
Yes. Clemson is 1-2. Ooh. Not having the greatest season.
4-shot. There it is.
You talking Dabo?
Oh,
Dabo.
Listen, when Dabo. And Dabo, you know Dabo. He's reading the chat, you know? He's hearing everything. So, in his media availability this week, Dabo said this.
If they want me gone, if they tired of winning, they can send me on the way because that's all we've done is win. So if they tired of winning, we've won this league 8 out of the last 10 years. Is that not good? I'm just asking. Is that good? I don't know if that's good or not. To win your league 8 out of 10 years, to go to the playoffs 7 out of 10 years, to be in 4 national championships, win it twice. Okay. Yeah, we're a little down right now. Take your shots, but I got a long memory in case y'all don't know. We'll be all right. We'll bounce back. This is a program built to last. Always has been. Always will be. And I would just say, if you give up on us if you don't believe on us because we've lost 2 games down to the last straight and You didn't believe in us anyway, so it don't matter. You wasn't all in anyway. If you're all in, you burn the ships, man. There ain't no exit strategy. Like, you're freaking all in. And hey, listen, I mean, if Clemson's tired of winning, they send me on my way, but I'm gonna go somewhere else and coach. I ain't going to the beach. Hell, I'm 55. I got a long way to go. Y'all gonna have to deal with me for a while. I got a long way to go. I'm just getting going. I'm just now good enough to be a head coach.
I'm not down.
All he was missing was another one.
I like that.
I'm not down there.
All we do.
I don't think anybody's firing Dabo Swinney.
No, but I enjoyed that though.
So he's not being that guy.
No, I guess he's being that guy, but I enjoyed it.
I kind of liked it too because
sometimes you can enjoy being that guy.
Wait, what league is that again?
ACC.
In what sport?
Football.
Yeah.
Yeah, football.
Look, it's not what it used to be. Florida State is
coaching
getting there.
football.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if I'd be bragging about how many conference championships you have in a conference that's about basketball, but I do like. I don't find that to be that guy at all. Do you?
No, there was that guy.
There was some that guy in there,
but in a positive.
I don't know. Is that good? Is it good to make it?
All we do is win. I still. Whenever he calls
it's Ricky Bobby as a head coach.
He gave you a program. When you give me program, I'm all in. Nothing is more college football than calling it a program.
Oh, it's a program. Damn right it's a program.
Damn right it's a program. All we do is win. You don't like winning. You're bored with winning.
No, so mine. If you're bored of winning, have old Dabo take off. Dabo sounds familiar to me when I hear him.
Yeah.
He does remind me of another coach.
I'm here with my family.
It's
weird. Oh, yeah, him too.
It's so crazy.
They're all so similar.
All right,
now,
But he's a
that.
cleaned up kiki. Cleaned up kiki.
Now, mine is just a suggestion.
All right. Suggesting of that guy.
Well, because the That Guy Thursday intro can't get any better.
Can't do it.
Except.
Uh-oh.
As this thing, and I think I'll get a vote from Don and Alan. I think everyone will be on board.
All right.
As this thing grows, and what I should say is, and they hire someone to produce our video, but let me be realistic, and they force Anthony to do more and more video production. If we get visual intros of our segments, I believe the main person featured in That Guy Thursday needs to be a modern-day present video of Cam Newton. What are your thoughts?
Oh,
he's
very
the logo
good.
for that guy. He is the Jerry West.
Can we
of
get
That Guy
If
Thursday?
That Guy Thursday had a Twitter handle, that would be the avatar.
It's the
What if
avatar.
we
Sam's
got
hat.
Graphics Joker to make us like a cartoon version of that?
I mean, I think we need actual animation.
You think well, look, with AI, you can do anything.
That's right.
And it doesn't have to be accurate.
Including get a best friend. It's a therapist.
Apparently.
But anyways, yes.
All right, good.
Just
So
my
you're-
thought.
Okay.
My all is just that every time I see Cam Newton, I just go, that guy.
There's that guy.
Every time I see him. Every outfit
There's
he
that
puts
guy.
on. Right as he puts his shirt on inside out, sticks his hair through the hole in his hat, and looks like Boss Hogg. I think this guy is that guy. All right, what do you got, Alan?
I've got this, and we've all, I think, lived this at some point in life. But there's something about, and I'm sure it's on the Garden State Parkway as well, but on the Long Island Expressway, this is the thing. And you're being that guy. And I went through it over the weekend. What is, Don and Peter, what's the left lane for?
Passing.
That's the passing lane,
Yes.
right? So are you being that guy when you're sitting almost in cruise control doing, the speed limit's 55, but we all know, plus 10. But still, you're sitting steady at whether it's 55 or 65, you're sitting steady. Line of cars behind you. Couple of trucks to the right, so it's not as easy to use as a passing lane, which now everybody uses the middle lane as the passing lane because of that guy. So if you are the one that's just sitting there defiant, going, nope, not moving. I know everybody else and the pace of traffic wants to go faster, but I'm not doing it. I'm not getting out of the way. You're going to have to go around me. When technically, that's the passing lane.
That's right.
You're making me use the middle lane to pass you. You're being that guy. There should be a law.
There ought to be a law.
There ought to be a law. But if I'm sitting, I'm a traffic cop, I'm sitting, hiding in the bushes, watching traffic, making sure everybody's behaving. If I see that guy, I'm pulling him over. Was I speeding, sir? No, you weren't. You were just being that guy.
My father.
And you should get a ticket for being that guy because you could cause an accident
That's right.
Having everybody lining up and everybody getting mad, and then somebody has to jump out of that lane to try to get around you, and then you know what that guy does, Don? Peter? Speeds up.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're really being that guy.
Now you're definitely.
So how many of us can relate to
I can totally
that guy?
relate to that.
Have you ever been that guy?
My father got pulled over for being in the left lane too long.
Too long?
He got because there was nobody on the road, and he just stayed in the left lane, and they pulled him over for that.
In Connecticut, they do that.
Yeah. So, but he wasn't being that guy.
Well, there was nobody around. I'm talking about when you're holding everybody up.
This is just my little tidbit, my own rule.
Okay.
I got no problem if you want to hang in the passing lane, but on the highway, you better at least be doing north of 70.
Oh yeah.
Not at speed limit. You're doing a speed limit, then you're that guy.
Keep it moving.
Because I want to go to speed limit, but now I'm riding right behind you. If you want to go 80, go ahead, because I'm good.
But don't you agree that if somebody's behind you and they are trying to go faster than you, just get out of the way.
Just get out.
Especially if they give you a little flash. All right, like some people get mad, like I'm not moving. Go around me.
I don't mind the flash.
Just get out of the way.
It's like a weird. It's like a weird ego thing.
Yes.
That they don't want to admit. Like there's something that makes them feel like invalid. Like they're less of a man because they're getting passed. Guys, sometimes I'm not driving fast. I move over, pass me.
Maybe I can't
go
get
ahead.
On points.
I don't feel like going fast right now. I'm just cruising. All right, go
I'm
ahead.
not rushing. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah.
I see you are really hyped to go somewhere. I have my daughter in my car. I am right in the middle lane. See you later,
just
bud.
Get out of the way. But to sit there and be like, nope, not moving. You have to go around me. You're being that guy.
That's the epitome of that guy. That's Cam Newton's hat as a driver.
That's Cam Newton's hat.
And
so if we're grading that guy, Cam Newton's hat.
This does
Confirmed.
feel like a Talk About It Tuesday, but I get what you're saying because it is also that guy because you're being that guy.
being that guy.
And
Don't be that guy.
And I never got to do my Talk About It Tuesday because we ran out of time.
Talk About It Thursday.
But what I was going to say, and we have a little bit of time for me to do it, is kind of along the same lines.
Okay.
I drive in some areas in Jersey that are not very well lit. So I get that sometimes you got to put your high beams on. But unless you're a functioning moron, you should realize that when oncoming traffic is coming, be a gentleman or a lady and turn the high beams off. You know how I would say the majority of people that have their high beams on do not turn them off. Just blare you right into your eyes. Do they not know?
Do they forget?
They teach you that when you learn how to drive.
Maybe they forgot.
How do
you know,
you
the
can't
newer
forget.
cars automatically just will go down.
Right.
But not everybody's got that.
Yeah, but
But if you know your beams are up, especially when you see the little blue light on your
the
dash,
blue light's
you know.
on, and you could see. And you know what I do? All right, but let's just say
Do you flash back?
the person has some issues and just doesn't know.
Okay.
When I give you the little flick,
Mm-hmm.
not with my finger, you know what I mean? Like I give you the flash the beams to let you know they're on, you still don't do it.
Yeah.
By the way, Don, let me tell you something right now. I do the same thing you're doing. I think we should stop. Number one, they don't listen. And number two, there's like the old wives' tale that you'll get caught in some gang initiation and someone's going to chase you down.
I've heard that.
Just don't flash the lights. Just move on.
Do you remember that was
blow by you.
That was an old thing back in the day.
That
I remember
was the 90s. Yeah,
it was
like
in the 90s. If you see a car, because that was always the courtesy, a car on the other side of the highway with the lights off, you'd flash to say, hey, your lights are off. Maybe you don't know.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, don't ever do that because
Someone
they'll
will
follow
kill
you. And that became a thing.
You know, you're right. But you know what? I don't know what the phobia is. They must have a name for it. I haven't seen a psychologist, but I long to. BetterHelp. I'm going to go call BetterHelp.
Yeah.
Because I have an issue. I am when I flick the high beams, it's not to have them shut it off because it's bothering me. I have this affliction where I need to let that person know that he screwed up.
Gotcha.
Like I feel like a moral imperative in me that I have to let you know that you're not doing it right.
Since you can't yell, hey,
right.
The only thing you've got are
so
the
all
lights.
I'm just telling you is I think you're a moron for doing this. I need to let them know. Like I almost want to run do a K-turn, chase them down just to tell them you're stupid. What do they call that, Peter? You go to therapy. Is there something for that? Why can't I let those things go? Like you said, in a half a second, the car is going to be down the road.
They're out of your life.
It didn't bother me that much anyway. It just, what is the affliction?
Road rage.
What do they call it? Because it's not just on the road. It's everywhere. that when somebody messes up, I get this absolute urge that I can't scratch to tell them.
I don't know, Don.
Don must be fun in a supermarket with carts. A busy supermarket with carts. Don must be fun. You could really make Don crazy in a supermarket.
When the person stops at the bottom of the escalator to look where they're going.
Well, we've seen this.
I can't. Even if I dodged them, I still have to turn around and give them a look like you're an ass.
No, you run right into them.
When I've got a full cart.
So according to Google.
Yeah, go ahead.
Jacob tells us that is a common form of OCD, what you're doing.
That makes sense. I got a lot of OCD.
You have OCD?
Yeah, I'm a mess.
Is that possible? By the way, here's a that guy Thursday in our chat.
Okay.
Right now, the ESPN New York YouTube is rocking. If you're listening to us, what are you doing? You can go watch us now.
We got a good audience here.
Here's David. David's comment is, Peter, why don't you go and drive to the studio? There you go, that guy Thursday. Hey, David, how about you go to mindyourbusiness.com/go bleep yourself? All right? I got a flight for more ESPN
I missed that
work
website again. What is it again?
It's mindyourbusiness.com/go bleep yourself.
Oh.
Yeah, but don't use bleep, otherwise it's not going to go.
Yeah, well, it's a work computer.
Don't you worry, buddy.
Wait,
mindyourbusiness.com.
Can I just ask these people something? Because we got it a lot during COVID. When are they going to back in the studio? Let me. I'm going to want to talk to that person directly.
David.
Let's say your boss on a given day, because you had something going on or whatever, allowed you to work from home. Would you say, no, I'm going to come in? But the boss says, no, listen, you got a flight later, or it's a holiday, or you're not feeling well, or something's going on. I'm going to let you work from home. Would you say no?
No, you say, I'm sorry, I'm going to change my trip. You know why? Because I want David to feel good about where I'm located. I want to get ahead of this, David, just so you know. Get ready for it. Tomorrow, I'm going to be in Indianapolis. All right? No. I want everyone to be prepared. No, but then it gets worse. Monday is a very serious Jewish holiday, Rosh Hashanah. I am celebrating the holiday with family. I'm not taking the day off because I'm not that religious, but I have a holiday
There's a
family
whole cartoon
dinner
around that, by the way.
Yeah, by the way, a great cartoon.
Are you going to be here with my family on Monday?
I'll be with my family. So I'm going to be doing the show.
I'm here with my family.
I'll be doing the show from my sister-in-law's house probably. So I want everyone to know where I'm going to be, just in case. I don't want David to get upset about the holiday.
It is a thing, though, about wanting us all to be in the same room.
We're by the way, the first beginning, I totally get it, and we're together all the time. 89% of the time, we're together. Although, watch out, because when Alan and Don start the hockey and the basketball, we're gonna have the location watchers turn your location on. Where's Alan today? Where's Don today?
Well, I'll tell you where I'm going to be on Tuesday. I'll be at the Rock.
Nice.
That's right. Well, you got another preseason game?
Yes.
Why don't I just go to the Rock and hang out with you?
You know what? I'm moving to Newark. I want to commit to the show.
I'm
moving to Newark so we can be together.
Why don't we all just if one of us is at the arena, we all just go to the arena?
Well, at MSG, I would actually do that.
Well, you know what? Well, let's lift the curtain a little bit. How about the meeting we're supposed to have at 2:00? Let's have it at Newark.
You want
everybody go to Newark?
We all go to Newark.
I'll let you in. I got in now. I've been living there the last couple of days.
We've been wanting that in with the Devils for years.
So
finally got it.
That's it. The meeting. Let the powers that be, Anthony, know that
Tuesday's
meeting.
By the way, you want to go to Dinosaur?
At the Rock.
I didn't know
Dinosaur Barbecue right down the street from the Rock.
There you go.
That sounds delicious.
On me.
You hear that?
We've got
and
lots.
David, you could come too. That guy.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Whoa. You got a guy Thursday driven by Ramsey Mazda. It's the experience. Driving a new Mazda and buying a new Mazda from Ramsey Mazda. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg on ESPN New York.
Now, listen, guys. Every NFL Thursday, it's your chance to hit the jackpot on FanDuel, because with FanDuel's Thursday touchdown jackpot, you can win a share of $2 million in bonus bets each week. All right? To get in on this Thursday's action, all you got to do is place a bet anytime on an anytime touchdown scorer before the game kicks off. And if your player scores the first or last touchdown of the game, you'll win your bet plus a share of bonus bets. Just visit FanDuel.com/Peter to take a shot at the jackpot. That's FanDuel.com/Peter for your chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets. All right? Play your game with FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. 21 and over and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Must apply Profit Boost tokens on select market. Prize pool to be split equally among all eligible participants who made the correct first or last TD pick. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 21 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For a gambling problem, call 877-8-OPEN-WIDE. Text OPEN-WIDE 467-369.
There's nothing the voice in our head obsesses over like our health. But with over 100 lab tests and insights, Function can help answer the questions like, why am I so tired all the time? How can I get better sleep? My friend was telling me about magnesium gummies she takes. How do I even know if my heart is work stress affected? It's time to up my cardio. If my mom has something, how would I find out? It's time to get some blood work done. A Function membership gives you a comprehensive health check with results tracked over time. Find out what you're made of at functionhealth.com.
Well, to hit a home run, everything's got to line up perfectly, just like when you find the person you want to marry. When it's time to propose, well, do what I did. Visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers. From their beautiful 2 by London collection to custom designs for any budget, they make finding the perfect ring easy. Visit London Jewelers at any of their 6 locations and tell them I sent you for the Michael K. treatment. London Jewelers, getting it just right.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Lucky Larry's Landscaping, Larry! Larry saved his business money with a quick commercial auto quote from Progressive. Does it help he's his own marketing manager, accountant, executive assistant, and never been late? Technically, yes, but saving really put him over the edge. So, Larry, give Larry a round of applause. Be your own Larry. See if you could save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Hey, it's Desmond Howard. You want to win the weekend? It all starts with the tailgate. And for me, that means Kingsford Charcoal.
They've been bringing the flavor, the smoke, and the heat since 1920. No wonder they're still the gold standard of grilling. So fire it up, feed your crew, and let the smoke do the talking. Kingsford, the king of the tailgate. Get it today at the Home Depot. Outdoers get more done.
The ESPN New York Couchcast is coming, and things are heating up.
We genuinely really get along with each other.
I don't even think Peter watches sports. You could make the argument that Rick doesn't get enough credit for being a low-key fraud.
Carlin's going to be at this Couchcast, too, so we got to make sure we have a lot of cannolis.
The ESPN New York Couchcast is Monday night, September 29th. See it all unfold on the ESPN New York YouTube channel. Brought to you by the All-American Ford Auto Group, Calandra's Bakery, and Jacob's Pickles.
This Ryder Cup, Midtown Manhattan, becomes golf's biggest stage. Ryder Cup Live at Rockefeller Center transforms the heart of New York City into an epic fan zone during every round. Fans can also see the Michael K. Show broadcast live on Thursday, September 25th from 1 to 3 p.m. Don't miss the Michael K. Show at Ryder Cup Live in Rockefeller Center, brought to you by Michelob Ultra. No matter what you're playing for, make it superior with Michelob Ultra. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, a superior taste worth playing for. Official beer sponsor of the Ryder Cup. So Michael will be out there. And from what I understand, Michelob Ultra is his favorite beer. How about that? That worked out.
That works perfectly.
That worked out well for him.
Hey, we're back on 880.
Welcome to everybody who's listening to the Mets post-game show as the Mets beat the Padres by the final score of 6-1. Take 2 out of 3 from San Diego.
Okay, that's not nothing.
So just another way to consume us. You got the app, you got 880, and you also have YouTube. So get
Well,
involved.
yeah, if you're just getting here, come on over to the YouTube. We're having some fun, by the way. The chat rooms are rocking. So join
Good
us.
solid viewership too. You got a lot of people in the chat with you. They're all the interaction between everyone is great. That's what I love too. Right?
It's mostly appropriate, you know.
Well, come on,
Some people get out of line, got to get slapped.
It's all right. We want it to be like that, right? We want it to be.
Well, it gets a little feisty, but it's not. But it's generally a pretty cool place.
So, did you guys see the Whiteboard Wednesday that we have every week? We do a Whiteboard Wednesday. This one to me has some a bit of controversy. So the question this week was, if you were an NFL GM and could start your team with one of these quarterbacks, which one would it be? And everybody has to sign their name under the quarterback. So the majority of the names were underneath Josh Allen. I think that's pretty obvious. The other choice,
too many, by the way.
But all right, and then Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson have the majority of the rest of the names. The other choices included Joe Burrow, your guy. Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, and I would say, by the way, that Hurts, the last
and
one.
And Jalen Hurts.
He's close to Lamar and Mahomes' numbers. Close.
Which is ridiculous.
He's got a few.
No, not anymore. There's way more names underneath.
Well, how is it ridiculous? I mean.
Well, first of all, he should not be on the list.
Jalen Hurts?
No.
Why not?
If you're a GM, you could start your team with one of these 6 people. He's the 6th guy you would choose every time.
It is true.
For anyone, I'm trying to see who put their name under here, and it's 1, 2, 3 people.
Eagle fans.
I mean, he did. He's gone to a couple Super Bowls.
You can't be serious. You're starting your franchise, Peter. I'm not trying to kill Jalen. That doesn't make sense.
But by the way, this
in
isn't
any
the biggest...
world that you would choose him over Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow. By the way, no one put their name under his. By the way, I was going to say
this is my biggest problem. My bigger problem is God bless Josh Allen. He's really good. Last time I checked, Josh Allen and Joe Burrow have the same number of Super Bowl wins, and Joe Burrow at least has a Super Bowl appearance. He has no votes.
None.
Josh Allen has like 15. None for Burrow. How is that?
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
No.
I love Josh Allen. We love Josh. He's really, really good, really, really exciting, has a very attractive wife. It's all going well for Josh Allen. He should not dominate this category.
Where'd you put your name, Don? I don't see your name on this.
Yeah, I would have put it on Allen or Mahomes. I was trying to go back and forth because I know Mahomes has had the better coach, but Mahomes is really good and beats Josh Allen. So I would probably
proven
go
it
with
time
Mahomes.
and again.
But I don't want to get in this conversation with Eagle fans. It's like, listen, he's great and he's a Super Bowl MVP. I'm not going to kill Jake for putting him on the list. I get it. But if I'm starting an NFL franchise, if I have Jalen Hurts as my quarterback, I am going to have to really have a great offensive line. I'm going to have to get some weapons here. I'm going to have to think of all the talent Philadelphia has to make it work. And he makes it work, and he's a winner. But I'll have to do less with my roster if I've got Allen and Mahomes as my quarterback.
You have to make a case. You have to make a case for how you would make that choice. An Eagles fan, all you have to tell an Eagles fan, if you could, in a crazy world, the Chiefs are like, we're blowing it up. We're moving Mahomes. We'll trade you Mahomes for Jalen Hurts. You're like, nah, we're all set. You're crazy. Of course you take it.
The only way Jalen Hurts could get some votes is if the question was if you had to win a game.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Because he's won a Super Bowl MVP. So, and then I'm not saying he should win of the people that you would have.
Mahomes has been pretty good in Super Bowls, too.
But if we want to kill Josh Allen because he hasn't won the big game yet, at least
Lamar
Joe Burrow
Jackson
did go to Kansas City and win. Jackson's won MVPs but can't win the big
nothing
game.
In the playoffs.
That'd be a different story. But starting a franchise, kooky. All right, we got really interesting phone calls that I want to get to coming up. So Vic, John, Dave, hang in there. It's Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg with you until 7 on ESPN New York.
Things today can seem kind of unpredictable. Who knows what's around the corner, right? Well, at Total Wireless, we want to give you something to be sure about. With us, you save 50% off Metro and Cricket when you switch with one line. Guaranteed. And you get to keep the phone and number you love. Visit our Total Wireless store today. 50% savings for unlimited plans versus comparable Total Wireless unlimited phone plans based on standard plan rates. Some customers may only receive guaranteed savings after contacting us and validating the current plan rate. Excludes promotional, discounted, and bring your phone rates. For total 5G unlimited plan or higher, auto pay required. Applied on next renewal date. Additional terms apply.
Had a major life event? You may qualify for quality, affordable health insurance through Get Covered New Jersey. 9 in 10 get financial help. Visit getcovered.nj.gov. Healthier starts here.
This fall, golf's greatest rivalry comes alive like never before. The Ryder Cup isn't just at Bethpage Black, it's everywhere. From a high-octane fan zone at Rockefeller Center to official watch parties across Manhattan to curated fan kits bringing the action home. You can rally with Team USA or Team Europe wherever you are. Feel the passion, celebrate the tradition, and live every putt, drive, and cheer. Ryder Cup Live. Be part of golf history on and off the course.
Right now at Bay Ridge Honda, your EV countdown to $7,500 in savings ends September 30th. Hurry in, the clock is ticking. You can get a Prologue Touring for $179 per month with zero down during the EV Countdown sales event. Plus, receive thousands in benefits and savings with their Bay Ridge Plus Advantage plan. Upfront pricing, total peace of mind. Visit BayRidgeHonda.com. 36 months lease, 10,000 miles per year, 3,300 loyalty or conquest, and $7,500 EV credit as down payment.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Thanks, guys. Just no easy way to get around right now, and especially tough over in Queens. Lots of extra company with the Mets game that let out not too long ago over at Citi Field. Solid ride on the Whitestone Expressway heading over to the Bronx-bound Whitestone Bridge. You're backed up onto the Van Wyck. Grand Central eastbound, long line of brake lights heading over to the northern state in Nassau County from the Triborough on through. All of your purchase the outbound George are awful. West Side Highway northbound, you're bumper to bumper from the Intrepid on up. Inbound Georgia about 10 to 15 for the upper deck. Outbound Lincoln, your best ride at 30 to 40. Outbound Holland-Orenia close to an hour. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. Speeding ruins lives. Drivers, watch out for pedestrians and cyclists and slow your turns to less than 5 miles an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Empower. Tim collects bobbleheads. A lot of bobbleheads. Baseball bobbleheads. Race car bobbleheads. Little chihuahua bobbleheads. He's got an entire room strictly for bobbleheads. Does he need them? No. Is his wife mad about it? A little. But Tim works with Empower, and he got good at money. So he can be a little bad. Ooh, horse bobblehead. Classy, Tim. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Whoa! Jason Kelsey just found out that NFL Sunday Ticket now lets you subscribe month to month.
Yeah!
He just realized you can join and cancel anytime.
Ha-ha! Now that's what I'm talking about.
Now he just found $1 in the sofa.
Yeah!
And he just saw a great parking spot open up. Look, just because Jason's easily excited doesn't make NFL Sunday Ticket month to month any less great. Right, Jason?
Yeah.
Get NFL Sunday Ticket month to month and cancel anytime. Sign up at NFLSundayTicket.com. Renews every month during the 2025 regular season. Cancel anytime. Terms and embargoes apply. No refunds. Commercial use excluded.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time...
It's Tully time!
It's Tully time.
Mets beat the Padres 6-1, so the Mets have won 3 of 4, 2 out of 3 from San Diego, so they're starting to get something back. And you've got the Yankees starting a 4-game series at Camden Yards against the O's at 7:15. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Got lots on the table. Giants and the Chiefs. In case you missed the show earlier, you can always go back to the podcast. But Nate Taylor from ESPN, who covers the Kansas City Chiefs, did not rule out the possibility of a Giants upset the way Kansas City's playing. Clearly, they're broken.
That was insightful. I mean, he gave you a blueprint for how the Giants, with the weaknesses of the Chiefs and why he said, like, there's an avenue here for the Giants to win this game.
And the Jets, I think, have a winnable game against Tampa too, believe it or not. So we'll see. A lot to do there. And the Yankees and the Mets of it all. We'll get to that. But we got some very interesting phone calls. Damen Woody, of course, is going to join us at 5:30, ENN at 6. But let's go to Vic in Hasbrook Heights. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Vic?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
How are you?
It's crazy because I listen to you guys all the time, right? And I always want to call, but today I had to call because you guys tapped into something, a lost art. And I feel the lost art is driver etiquette, driver communication. When you were talking about flipping the lights, and you flip the lights when two cars are at a stop sign. You flip the lights to say, "Yo, you could go." You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
And So, and then there's the one. I don't know if you guys know this, but like you flip the lights if you're going westbound and cars are coming eastbound, and there's a cop with a radar. You flip the lights to let the guys know that there's a cop
Snitch.
there. You know about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. That's the etiquette that I learned, Vic, was that you turn the lights on and off if there's a police officer that you pass, give them a heads up, and then you flick the high beams if somebody's got their high beams on, because sometimes they just forget about it. Yeah, the etiquette's all gone, because that's the one.
It used to be courtesy, and now it's become aggressive.
Everybody's got to get to where they got to get to.
Yeah.
They don't care about anybody else. And, the already leaning on the horn the second the light turns green because you didn't floor it.
You gotta love that.
To go across. Listen, sometimes people are looking at their phone and you got to give them a couple of beats, not right away.
Most of the time, though, it is somebody looking at their phone at the light.
But Peter, you asked for it and you got it. Dave in Queens is on the line to talk to you about you being from home. Hey, Dave.
Guys. Hey, good afternoon. Can I join?
Yeah, yes,
there he is.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I am sitting back enjoying the YouTube chat with all the fellow YouTubers. I make a comment like 1,000. You probably have 50,000 comments in 2 days, and then you got to peg off on me. I'm proud of that, Peter. Thank you, because I wasn't going to call today. Now I watched the whole thing on YouTube. I'm glad to see you got so triggered. Okay, I was sitting there enjoying myself. I'm not working from home. I'm listening to you and watching your show from home. Okay, so I have the right to say something in the chat, and you have the right as the host to say something. So you said it, and now I'm here to retort. I don't know if you're proud that you work from home, and whatever. If you are, good for you. I'm 53. I've never worked from home. Anyone out there who's whatever age they are, 70 or 30 or 20, if they're working from home, good for you. I'm proud that you guys work from home. Good for you. I'm not jealous. It's just that I like getting up in the morning when I work and going to work. I like getting out of the house. I like getting away from the family. I like going out in the street.
Absolutely.
And there's days I didn't want to do it. There's days I didn't want to do it. But I'm doing a rant, Don. I didn't want to do it in my life, but I did it.
I get it.
Okay, so this is the thing. I didn't know your itinerary, Peter. I didn't know you're going to Indianapolis. Well, let me just tell you this. If you're coming up for a contract, I think your bosses should take that into account and go like this. All right, he's going to be flying. You know what? You lose a zero on your check because if you're the only one that lives in the city. You're the only one that lives in the city, and you don't go to the studio. But you know what? I still love the show. But my opinion is, I think people who have the legs and who aren't having babies, everything, should go to the studio, should go to their jobs. Now, all the podcasts I've listened to, they sit on their couch. Okay, you're not a podcast. You're a radio show.
But I'm there every day.
You're not, but you know what? I'm not keeping tabs. You want me to start keeping tabs? I will.
No, you're not, because if you were keeping tabs,
but I'm not writing. Listen, Pete, I'm not writing
tabs,
1, 2, 3.
you would know that I'm there. I'm there every day with these guys. What are you?
You're not. Yeah, but the show's still good. I'm still a proud listener, so it's not affecting it, but it can, because radio shows really are proven to be better if everyone's in the studio. I mean, that's not the scientific proof, no, but I believe it is. I listen to 30 hours a week. I'm 53. I've been listening since.
So have you been enjoying the show more since we've been in the studio together every day, like we have been?
No, I think it's like a double play combination type thing. Like if you get the reps, you know what I mean? But this is the thing. I still love the show, and you know I'm a listener. But if you did, and then the guys in the chat are like,
management and say if people travel, they should lose a zero. Well, listen, the union wants to give you a call. That's not good negotiation, sir.
Let me retort. No, because the things you do, your bosses can go like this, Pete. Yeah, you know what? He's not in the studio. No, maybe he's not giving 100%, really, because seriously, when you're in the studio, you have to give 100% when you're at work. Do not tell me that people sit at their homes these days and work from home and their companies are getting 100%. They're certainly not.
Well, I'm not here to review every single person who works from home. By the way, Dave, you have to understand, let's just be honest about this. We already do a job that compared to everyday hardworking Americans is not a hard job. That's already happening. Out of the gate, we are among the very
I think it's hard. I respect your industry. I respect your industry greatly.
But I will say this. Let me finish my point. I appreciate you, David. While we don't have the same sort of hardworking job that a lot of blue-collar Americans have every day, the one thing we do have is a job where because it's based on talking, we can deliver it from different locations, like I will from Indy tomorrow, when I'm working
And I'll
for
be
the
watching.
same company that you're suggesting take a zero off my check.
I would not make a
satisfied.
deal,
Are
man.
you
I'd
done?
take a piece. Because
I'm satisfied.
We're
no,
going.
listen, I want you guys to get raises. I'm just
No,
kidding.
we
I want you
appreciate
to
you.
live
No, we
large.
appreciate you,
I
Dave.
love your show.
We
but
appreciate
listen, it's like a double play combination. Alan Trammell didn't work for home with Lou Whitaker, okay? You guys, Pinkers Evans and Chance didn't.
Wait,
all right, you guys need reps.
We're good.
We
We're
got-
good. We're good. No, the point's made.
Point.
Wait,
And
but
the
you
one thing we know is
you
that
missed
Dave's-
that one. You
Dave
didn't know
loves
Alan
the show.
Trammell and Whitaker
Lou
both
Whitaker.
had to be at Tiger Stadium. One couldn't be at home.
Well, there'd be a longer throw. I think you could beat that. You'd probably be able to beat that one out. But no, we appreciate it, Dave, and he cares about the show. And I think most of that was him having fun. But I think that ran its course.
I think he made his point.
Yeah, made his point. It was fun.
John in
Who else we got?
Washington. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, John?
Hey, Pete. Dave calling you right now. We watched last night one of those that episode of The Office where Saber came in and made everybody work late. What he was talking about just reminded me of that, but that's not why I was calling originally.
Yeah, but he's no Kathy Bates.
No. But so the reason I was calling is I want to know if I'm that guy. So I drive at 250, and it's not lifted. It's just it's a tall vehicle though, and man, it happens all the time where I'm driving down the road and somebody is coming the other way, and because of just the angle of the truck, the way it sits, boom, they flash me. And when it flashes, it just hits me, and I just hit it back. And I remind them, hey, this is not on. This is on.
Yeah.
Am I that guy?
No. That happens because you're not lifted, but still 250, you're up. And you're in. Your headlights are going to be in the eye of sight of a regular car.
No, but what you're doing is
and you're
you're defending
mistakenly
yourself.
thinking this guy's brights are on, but they're not. And you letting them know, no, this is what the brights would feel like.
Yeah, so you're defending yourself.
Which is
I think that's the way
right
it's got to be,
response.
for sure. All right, that was fun.
I have no problem with that.
No, that's a good question though. I like the self-awareness.
Yes, but I wish there was a little bit more etiquette in the world.
We can use it.
I think a lot of problems there. So we talked about the Jets. Jets are going to be in Tampa, take on the Buccaneers. Tanner Ekstrand is the offensive coordinator of the Jets in his first year with the new coaching staff. And, of course, Tyrod Taylor is going to be the starting quarterback for the Jets on Sunday. How much do you have to change with Tyrod as your quarterback?
We really don't have to change really much at all with him in there. There's certain things that we may highlight a little more or a little less or whatever that may be. But, again, we feel really comfortable with being able to execute the offense at a high level with him in there.
You're not going to get a lot of RPO. That's what it is. You're not going to get a lot of that, but they're still going to run the what out of the ball.
Absolutely.
They're going to run the ball. Rick said something this morning that when he said it, I was mad because he said it better than I tried to say it earlier, but it's the right thing to say about the Jets and the field situation. Because are they really all in with Justin Fields? 2-year deal, right?
Right.
Is it, well, there's really nothing else out there for us, and we don't want to commit a long-term or a multi-year to another type of bridge. Let's go with a young quarterback that hasn't had a shot, third team in 3 years. But we're going to see what he can do. We know we have a good running game. Let's get a good running quarterback. They built a good offensive line. But if they were really invested in Justin Fields, or if they are invested in Justin Fields, and he's not a quarterback, guys, that makes others better, right? Like, there's quarterbacks in the league that you could put a marginal player with him, and he'll make that marginal player better. Mahomes is a great example. Of course, he's the best in the league. But there are others that can do that. He doesn't. What you need to do with him is, as I keep saying, what Howie Roseman did with Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback, not a great quarterback. But he's got a clutch gene. He's got something about him in a big moment. But you get him receivers that can raise the level, a tight end that can raise the level, a running back that can raise the level and make him look better than he really is. The Jets have Garrett Wilson. What else they got? Who's wide receiver 2 on this team? You don't know.
Nobody that you feel good
you don't
about.
know.
Right.
No. Jet fans will name those names. I mean, why is Allen Lazard on the roster? They're not going to use him. He's useless.
Mm-hmm.
They have a rookie tight end Ruckert is nice, and he does have a background with him at Ohio State. But you see what I mean? What Darren Mucci's got to do is, if you really are all in on Fields, you have to give him more skill, more talent, so that talent raises the quarterback and turns him into something maybe that is sustainable for X amount of years. He could be our guy.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have that. There's not enough talent on that offense, but they have a line to protect him to allow them to have a running game. That's what you got to see. How invested are they in Justin Fields is what moves they make going forward from here. There's just not enough skill, and he's not a guy that can take a marginal talent and make them a valuable talent like, again, the greats do.
Unless he shows over the next many weeks that he is capable of being that guy, they won't be making any decisions based on Justin Fields. It'll end up just being like, we did this for 1 year, we're moving on.
Well, if they like him enough, though, for all the other reasons. Again, the RPO factor, look.
But that he'd still have to really
He gave you a good
there.
game. He gave you a bad game because of inaccuracy, which is his biggest weakness. And then he got hurt, which is another thing Rick said, which is right on the money. That's Justin Fields. Those three things that the Jets have experienced in the first 2 weeks of the season, that's Justin Fields' career.
Good game, bad game, hurt game.
And hurt. So and that's just kind of the problem there. So this idea that the Jets have solved the quarterback situation, I don't believe it. I won't believe it until they start building more pieces around him. But if they don't do that, it does tell you that this idea, the cliche of Aaron Glenn, how long it takes to turn a battleship around, it's a real thing.
Oh, it is.
Like, you got to understand. So this notion that the Jets aren't winning right away, I'm giving up on the Jets, you're out of your mind. This is going to take time.
Now, speaking of which, both the Jets and the Giants trying to stop the penalties. The Giants, it was an embarrassment against the Cowboys.
Yes.
Probably could have blown the Cowboys out if they were more disciplined.
Agree.
And the Jets have not been able to turn around that problem in the first couple of games of this regime. Tim Hasselback was on with Rick and Dave earlier this morning. How much do penalties fall on coaching?
I think ultimately it does fall back on the coach. Like at the end of the day, it does fall back on the coach. I think the question ends up being I think you have to look at the types of penalties, when and where. And so I say that to say that delay of games penalties, pre-snap penalties, certain things of that nature. I think even to an extent you could talk about defensive penalties in terms of defensive holding, pass interference, because I think there are things you can do as a coach. For example, you get DBs that are grabbing and holding all the time. Like, I've seen coaches put those guys in boxing gloves for practice. It's like, look, you can't hold. Now, some coaches don't like to do it because, guys aren't being trained to catch the football when they're playing in boxing gloves. But there are things that you can do for certain types of penalties. I do think that, ultimately it falls back on the coach.
Of course it does.
Yeah, it has to, right? Because
it's discipline.
But I think but he's right. There's certain kind of penalties, like the procedural penalties. That's what Glenn was talking about after week one. It's like, hey, we cut down on those because that's focus, concentration. But like the delay of games, not getting the plays in, or if there's a team that likes to play physical and they're taking too many dumb penalties, roughing the quarterback, pass interference, things like that. But you got to teach it. And the thing, listen, Dable's probably done, right? But with Aaron Glenn is that he talked about wanting to change it. And so far, it's still been an issue. But it does take time.
Because of the personnel.
But
you can only, how many guys?
Training camp at 2 games, I think people are starting. Well, we should start to see it reduce at some point, no?
This is why. Because the accountability factor has to kick in at some point, where he's talked about it in training camp, wanted to set the tone. Then the first 2 weeks, you see, again, the fumble, that's undisciplined. Michael Clemens, undisciplined, although you like him aggressive, but it's still, that's been his issue, right? So he has a history of it. But Aaron Glenn had to, he's inheriting some players from another regime because you need bodies.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't like UNC football where you're just going to, you're changing out 70 players. You can't do that in the NFL.
Don't disrespect it, Alan.
Well, I understand.
Respect what we're doing.
Yeah, my bad, Coach. But so he also has to go through the process of, let me get to know some of these guys and see who's useful to me and who's not. Who's a guy I can trust and who's not. And at some point during the season, if it's getting bad enough, that's when a guy like Aaron Glenn in his first year does have to make those choices of, you know what, we can lose without you, but at least you're not taking penalties and making us look bad. And that's what I want to see. Will he do that? Because he already made that first not tough decision, but that was a pretty aggressive decision. Gibson out right after the first game. That's telling you that we're not going to tolerate, if we're telling you something over and over again, we're not going to tolerate it. Now let's see what they do going forward. If Clemens gives you, if he does another roughing the passer, which he's want to do, he's done this before. Those are us Jets fans who know it.
That was such a bad penalty.
This happens with him. He takes these over-aggressive penalties. Okay, eventually you got to stop it. So changing a culture doesn't happen overnight. I don't know why. Like I heard Ira. We love Ira. He's already done with Aaron.
That is his.
Like, come on, man. Like, that's why the Jets are the Jets.
That's weird.
Because
that Ira's usually not.
He's usually optimistic.
So why is he out?
I don't know, but I worry that Woody Johnson thinks like Ira, and that's what I don't want. You can't possibly think magic wand, everything's fixed. You can't. I don't know why Jet fans, after the first week of a moral victory, expected like everything's going to be great now. No, this is going to be a challenge.
Time. But listen, fans, they were positive during the offseason, but you start to lose games.
That's our best time of year. The offseason.
It really starts to fall apart on you for sure. Let's go to Alex in Brooklyn. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Alex?
Hey guys, how are you guys?
Good, man.
Alex.
No, I wanted to go back at Allen and a little bit of you, Don. I mean, even though I love you, trust me, when you left Michael, all I remember is, Dufresne in the rain with his arms up in the air screaming with freedom. That was beautiful to me because now I feel like you can be you without any restrictions. But, Alan, my question to you, brother, if I may, as an Uber driver, I'm on the highway. I'm on the Van Wyck or Van Wyck, whatever you want to call it. Or the
we always
Central
argue how you pronounce it. But
I don't think you do. It's firmly Van Wyck.
Yeah.
Continue.
I hear it all the time, even from the guys from the ladies that report the traffic in the stages. Sometimes it's Van Wyck, sometimes it's Van Wyck, but either way.
Don't listen to them. It's Van Wyck. Keep going.
Okay. Go ahead.
Either way, if I'm in the Van Wyck and I'm going on the left lane, 64, 65, already doing 10 over the limit, am I that guy because I'm in the left lane? You want to pass me to go where? There's no magic lane in front of me that's going to get you to your house in half a second. You're trying to pass me to get where? You're trying to go 80 I'm already going 64. You're trying to go 80?
But you're like, first of all, you give me the Van Wyck. The Van Wyck, as we know, it's very difficult to get anywhere on that highway, right? Like we're kind of locked. We're locked in there. I'm talking about more like.
But that's my point. Where are you trying to go? If I'm already going 64 or 63, and there's nobody in front of me, where are you trying to go? There's no magic lane.
I was the one that said.
And Don, I remember you said.
All right, hang on. It's too many people talking right now.
I said, in my own personal opinion, you should at least be going 70. I was basing that off of the mile per hour speed limit being 65.
Yeah, the Van Wyck's
if it's
different.
55, then you should at least be going closer to 65. If you're going the speed limit in the fast lane, I think you're doing a disservice. You got to be going over.
If the middle lane's open, see the Van Wyck, nothing's open. We know this, but if you're telling me that someone is on the, I know, like somebody's in more of a hurry than you are for whatever reason, and you're just cruising along, and the middle lane's open, and you'll have to go around me. You're in the passing lane, sir. Like, that's designated as the middle lane. It's dangerous to pass to the right.
But here's the point he's making.
But the point I'm making, Alan, is that there's no space in front of me. There's maybe 50 yards in front of me. So where are you trying to go? If I'm going 64 and I'm on the left, you're trying to move me to the middle lane so you can pass me and be 10 feet in front of me? Where are you going?
No. That's, like I said, the Van Wyck is a different animal. If there's a car in front of you, of course not. I'm with you on that one. We agree. But that's not the situation that I'm referring to.
Although even if that happens,
you're right,
Alan,
Alex.
I would still say
anybody that's trying to move me out of the way when there's a car two car lengths in front of me, I'm not moving. Like that, you're right. But that's not what I'm referring to.
But you still, in some situations, you still might as well move rather than you're blocking and throwing your hands up going, there's nowhere for me to go.
Yeah.
I might just move out of the way because you're being a nozzle behind me anyway. But I see his point.
But the Van Wyck is a different animal.
Bad example.
Yeah.
It was a bad example.
Van Wyck, the Cross Island, we're not playing that game on any of those.
Listen, if you're within 10 miles of JFK or LaGuardia, this doesn't even count.
Yes.
All right? Let's just get rid of it.
Yes, exactly.
Damen Woody. He's coming up next in his weekly spot here on Hahn and Rosenberg on ESPN New York.
Now, I want to talk to everyone. That's why I took a moment to think about it, because this is important to me, Anthony. I'm talking about every NFL Thursday and your chance to hit the jackpot on FanDuel. Because with FanDuel's Thursday touchdown jackpot, you can win a share of $2 million in bonus bets each week. All right? To get in on this Thursday's action, all you got to do is place an anytime touchdown scorer bet before the game kicks off. And if your player scores the first or last TD of the game, you'll win your bet plus a share of bonus bets. Just visit FanDuel.com/Peter to take a shot at the jackpot. That's FanDuel.com/Peter for your chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets. Play your game with FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. 21 and over and physically present in New York, opt-in required. Must apply profit boost token on select market. Prize pool to be split equally among all eligible participants who made the correct first or last TD pick. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 21 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com for help with a gambling problem. Call 877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Schweppes, the iconic ginger ale of New York, is proud to sponsor the PGA of America. Schweppes has a deep lineup of ginger flavors, including raspberry, white peach, dry grape, and also available in zero sugar. With every sip of Schweppes, the dedication to quality, excellence, and the art of tastefulness will leave you feeling simply refreshed. It's a hole-in-one for all your drinking occasions. Schweppes, a sparkling tradition since 1783, and the perfect way to elevate your summer. Swing by your local ShopRite and grab some Schweppes.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. We all turn to some funny places for support, but not everyone is a therapist. Not everyone is the one. Find your right match with BetterHelp. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. A short questionnaire helps identify your needs and preferences, and their 10-plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means they typically get it right the first time. If you aren't happy with your match, switch to a different therapist at any time from their tailored recs. You can join a session with a therapist at the click of a button, helping you fit therapy into your busy life. Plus, switch therapists at any time. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Find the one with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/timeout. That's BetterHelp.com/timeout.
Shop great new offers at Bay Ridge Mazda. Lease the 2025 Mazda CX-5S for as low as $239 per month or finance for 2.9% APR for 36 months. They will take any trade-in and accept all lease returns, even if you didn't lease with them. Plus, enjoy Bay Ridge Plus benefits like ding and dent coverage, key replacement, windshield protection, and roadside assistance, all included. Visit them in Brooklyn or online at BayRidgeMazda.com. Bay Ridge Mazda, where confidence comes standard. See dealer for details.
Oh, what are you doing? Don't do New York City dirty.
New York City's my heart, my soul. I would never do this place dirty because everything I want is in this city.
Why would you want to dirty somewhere that you live?
This is your home. You don't throw papers out the window, flick cigarette butts.
It's disrespectful. Dispose of it the correct way.
I would never put trash on the ground. That's why we got trash cans. Don't do New York City dirty. Trash your trash.
A message from the Sanitation Foundation.
One by one, we keep this city clean, man. Let's get it.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. We're going to start off in Nassau County. Definitely want to stay away from the Meadowbrook northbound side. Right after Old Country Road, it's a crash involving a car facing the wrong way. Only one lane is squeezing by. Not moving much there. Heading past the Roosevelt Field Mall. Southbound side, a lane out with emergency crews on the scene. Backing you up onto the eastbound Northern State. Just solid getting through Queens. Lots of extra volume from the Mets game earlier this afternoon. Grand Central westbound, not moving much. Heading over to the Triborough Bridge from the stadium. All of your purchases, the outbound George, are awful. Not even the Henry Hudson going to help you out. Inbound George looking good for both the upper and lower decks. Outbound Lincoln Orany about 40 minutes. Outbound Holland an hour plus. This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Visit MAD.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Out here, pets are always by your side, watching the herd, running fence lines, or asleep at your feet. Pets are some of our favorite customers. When you bring them along to Tractor Supply, we'll always have a treat waiting. And with our price match guarantee, you'll always get the best price on their favorite food, toys, treats they love, and pet meds to keep them healthy. Tractor Supply, for pets out here.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
ESPN New York is now live like never before, streaming on YouTube. Your favorite shows, DPH Ron Rothenberg, Bart and Carlin, The Michael K. Show, and us, now with live video. Interact, react, and be part of the conversation live on YouTube. Subscribe now at ESPN New York or on your YouTube channel.
Smash it.
Smash it. And never, like you never did it before, never miss a moment, all on YouTube. It is Thursday at 5:30, and we welcome in Damen Woody for his weekly spot. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. How are you, sir?
I'm well. How you guys doing?
Good. We started the show earlier with Nate Taylor, who covers the Chiefs for ESPN, on the likelihood of the Giants maybe pulling off the upset. He believes it's feasible, the way the Giants played against the Cowboys and the certain state of the Chiefs. Do you buy that this could be an opportunity for the Giants to get their first victory of the season?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's, I believe this game is at home, if I'm correct. I will say this: the Giants. I think this is how it could possibly play out because the Chiefs' offense is lacking explosiveness. They don't run the ball well. They don't push the ball down the field. Really, the only thing that they have going for them is Patrick Mahomes. We know this Giants defense has been like a nosebleed right now, but if you don't have a lot of options offensively that you can point to, I know the one thing the Giants can do well, and that's rush the passer. Listen, there's an opportunity here for the Giants to get a huge home win against the team that went to the Super Bowl last year.
Now, I know we get ahead of ourselves, but because it's on the table, it's just worth asking. Like, what is the NFL with the Chiefs at 0-3? Would you start throwing dirt on them, or would you say you just can't do that because it's Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs? I mean, you see the numbers since 1990. Only 6 teams have made the playoffs, starting 0-3.
Yeah, I mean, listen, statistics, numbers don't usually lie. And so we're even at 0-2, you're in bad shape. You fall to 0-3, you start getting to rarefied air. And I get it. The amount of success the Chiefs organizations have had, over the past 7 or 8 years has been unbelievable, led by Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. But I've always said this year was going to be the hardest journey of Patrick Mahomes' career because the division has gotten so better, and then the AFC is so top-heavy. So you fall to 0-3, man. I don't care who you are. That is a tough hole to dig yourself out of.
Which version of the New York Giants do you believe to be closer to who they actually are? Week 1 against Washington or Week 2 against Dallas?
I'm going to say week 1 because Dallas defense is god-awful. I mean, they're just god-awful. Now, listen, the Giants have weapons. There's no question about that. Russell Wilson did what Russell Wilson has done best in his career, and that's throw the deep ball. Obviously, Wan'Dale Robinson and Malik Neighbors, they had outstanding games. But that Dallas defense, I mean, that's, in the words I like to use, that's going to be barbecue chicken for a lot of teams because they can't cover anyone on the back end of their defense. So, listen, the Giants have talented players. I think if you're the Giants, your defense got to play much better than what they're putting out there. There is too many good players on the defense to be giving up so many explosive plays and so much yardage to opposing offense. If the defense can tighten up, I think the Giants got a chance to make some hay here.
I was just wondering, too, analyzing the defense, because I agree with you. I think it needs to be better. You got nothing out of the offense. They were on the field a lot against Washington. And is there something to the fact when it's a shootout and teams are scoring quick that maybe that they were just sucking wind at the end of the game? It's still very early. There's not much training camp anymore. Could that maybe explain why they gave up so many points against Dallas? Just the game kind of dictated that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's some truth in that, Don. Listen, we're still I've always said, like, the first month of the season, guys are still trying to get their legs up underneath them because, no one plays full games in the preseason. So guys are still working themselves into, that condition. So I'm sure last week took a lot out of the Giants, that long game against the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm pretty sure they managed their practices this week to get them ready for the Kansas City Chiefs.
D. Wood, in 2 weeks, we've already seen kind of the full gamut of Justin Fields, right? You saw a game that gave you some hope in week one with the potential that he could give you. Then you saw week two where his accuracy was way off, and that's obviously another part of the problem with him. And then he's hurt, which is, again, all this people in Chicago are like, yep, that's pretty much him. What is Justin Fields for you with the Jets? Is this one of those trials, or do you think that there's a reason that the Jets could buy into him as their quarterback of the future?
Well, I still think it's a trial. We don't know. We absolutely don't know. The talent is definitely there, but the consistency is not. And, you go from one organization to the next, and I'm not saying that that's all on Justin Fields because there have been a lot of turnover with all the organizations that he's been with between the Bears and the Steelers and the coordinators. But, the one thing that you could say about Justin Fields is, he's taken a lot of sacks throughout his career. He doesn't throw with anticipation, and he hasn't been, really all that accurate. So, Aaron Glenn and his coaching staff, what they're banking on is that they can develop him to become a better quarterback. And so that remains to be seen right now.
All right, the other topic of conversation is the tush push. And it's so easy for me to say I don't like it because I'm a Giant fan and the Eagles succeeded in it. You heard Pereira say it. You can't officiate the play. There's a lot going on there. I think it's going to go away. I think eventually the momentum will build. You're an offensive guy. Do you defend it? Would you like to see it gone? Where do you stand?
You know what, Don? Initially, I defended it, but the more I watch it on television, it's not an aesthetically pleasing play at all. I think just for the viewing public, it's just an ugly play, and I think the folks at the NFL are kicking themselves that they didn't ban it this offseason. I will bet almost every dollar I have that they'll ban it this offseason coming up because it's just not a play that's pleasing to the eye as a viewing population. So, I don't have a problem with the play per se, but I don't think the NFL is going to last past this season.
It's funny that you say that because we were arguing with Booger McFarland the other day about this play, and that was kind of where I landed this weekend too. D, it's like we can get into the fact that yes, if you tell the person what you're running, they should be able to stop it. I get it, the old man stop us kind of thing, but that Eagles Chiefs rematch, which everyone in the country was watching, there were multiple moments where the game was on the verge of getting interesting, and that play it crushes the fun. And so I guess I appreciate as a former player you pointing out that the entertainment factor matters when you're watching football.
Oh, there's no question about it. Listen, I fully recognize as a former player now in the media, the NFL is in the entertainment business. We are here to entertain people. And so any way that we can try to improve the product, try to make the product look better, the NFL is going to do it. And I just think now we've had this tush-push thing going on for a while, and I think it's run its course.
So we have a thing each week here, Whiteboard Wednesday, right? And so yesterday on the board, it listed 6 quarterbacks, and it asked everybody in the office to select if you were a GM and you could start your team with one of these quarterbacks, who would it be? And so, I mean, the obvious popular ones was Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson's on that list. Joe Burrow didn't get a single vote. It's probably because some people think he's always hurt. Not listed Justin Herbert. Listed that I'm a little bit surprised with is Jalen Hurts. So out of those names, Lamar Jackson was there as well.
Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels was there as well. So those were the 6. Who would you put your name underneath, D. Wood?
How can you not pick Josh Allen right now? I think right now Josh Allen's the best quarterback in football. I mean, like, even when the Bills lose, it's not because of Josh Allen. Just go back and look at Josh Allen in these playoff games. I mean, the numbers he's putting up is unbelievable, and the way that the Bills team is playing, and they don't have any superstars on offense. Like, look at the skill around Josh Allen on offense. Yes, they have James Cook at running back. Yeah. He's a good back, but there's no superstars there, and it's the Josh Allen show. When he needs to make a play, he can put his cape on and make the play. If you want him to just play quarterback, he can do it. He can beat you any way he wants. And so for me, if I'm picking a quarterback right now, I'm picking Josh Allen.
So even over Mahomes. If you could start your team. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Doesn't he have to win in the playoffs? Like, do you need to see that? Like, to get there, finally overcome, Mahomes, get to the Super Bowl like Burrow did that one year. Like, does he kind of need a run like that to establish him as the best quarterback in the league?
Yeah, he does. Him, Lamar Jackson, they're in the same boat. Like, in order for them to, elevate to the next stratosphere, they got to go through Mahomes. And, because, I mean, those guys are great, but if those guys go through Mahomes and ultimately break through and win a Super Bowl, we'll have a totally different discussion about both of those guys.
Although I will point out real quick, Wood, I would point out that Patrick Mahomes has been getting it done with one of the great offensive geniuses of all time, and we'll see what the conversation is about Sean McDermott when this whole thing comes to an end.
Well, I mean, like, to me, that's the problem. That's the problem with the Buffalo Bills. If you look at what's been going on in the playoffs, it's been their defense. I think they've averaged giving up 32 points per game on defense in the playoffs. So, Sean McDermott, that's his specialty. That's his side of the ball. He has to get that cleaned up.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you the same thing. Like, is he holding the Bills down, or is it just circumstances?
No, listen, it's got to be. Listen, when that's your forte, and in the playoffs, again, they haven't lost because of Josh Allen. It's been because of the defense and those guys not being able to stop the opposition. So, Sean McDermott's got to find a way to get it done when it counts the most.
All right, so our good friend Chris Canty says kickers are barely even people, right? He doesn't call them football players. They're barely even people. That's a famous line that he has used. After watching what Aubrey did against the Giants, but seeing kicking around the league in itself, it's something we've talked about here in the first 2 weeks. The ability now to hit not 40+ but 50+ field goals it has changed the game. How much different do you see the NFL because of what we're seeing out of the performance of some of these kickers?
It's truly mind-boggling, man. The fact that the kicker from Dallas, Brandon Aubrey, you can get. All you got to do is just be close to midfield, and you're in range. Do you know how relieving that is for an offensive guy knowing that, man, if we just get, 20 yards, we're in range, on a 2-minute drive or end of the game drive. Like, that's how much these guys are now considered offensive weapons when you have those type of legs and you're able to kick those type of distances.
Does the league do anything about it? Because remember, they put the K-ball in because they thought there was too many kicks. Or is something exciting about a 60+ yard field goal and they're loving this right now?
I think they're loving this right now. Like, that was probably like the play of the day, when that kick happened. I mean, think about it. 64-yard field goal, like, that is unreal. And he really could have been good from 70 if you looked at how he kicked it. So I think the league is loving it.
And you know what's also helpful is that they're still going for it on fourth down at an incredible clip. Back when they put the K-ball in, it seemed like nobody was aggressive. Everybody was just settling for field goals. We're getting long field goals, but yet still guys are going for it all the time. So I guess they would be happy with that.
Oh, of course. I mean, again, that leads into the entertainment factor that, the analytics and more of these coaches are being aggressive and going for it on fourth down. I love it.
And we love you.
You're the best.
You doing well?
Oh, I'm well, man. I'm well. You know what, Don? I'm getting ready for hockey season when it comes up, brother.
And you'll be going to UBS?
I will be.
Absolutely.
You know, it's not for nothing. We've known each other for a very long time. All the Jet stuff we've done. I'm now the TV announcer for the Devils. You can swing by the Rock. You can swing by the Rock. You know, it's not. I don't even think it's that far for you.
I am a Jersey. It's not. The Prudential Center is like 20, 30 minutes from me.
All right. And I'm not gonna be like, Kay, I'm not offering you a ticket. You're a grown ass man. You can buy your own.
Damn.
But swing by, man. Say hello.
Islanders Devils at the Rock.
I'm going to come into the box, Don. I want to be there while you're calling the game.
That would be something because we're right there in the crowd, man. Hopefully, I'll see you, man.
All right. Yeah, no doubt.
That's Damen Woody, our weekly spot, 5:30 on Thursdays here on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
He's a legit,
no, he is.
This is not like somebody that just kind of parachuted in because the team made the play. He got into the Islanders, and he's like all in.
Yeah.
All in.
And the Islanders do
his
come
kid,
to the Rock.
he brings his family. They have a blast these games. And I'll never forget the Beauvillier overtime goal that forced the Game 7. We were both there in the same section. He went nuts.
That's cool.
He actually, a fan behind him jumped on him.
Did he notice?
And he fell. No, he went down.
Oh, he went down?
Oh, he went down.
Well, they should sign the guy that jumped on him.
It was great.
That's impressive.
No,
By the way, let's be honest.
It was so much fun.
Quietly, our weeklies are kind of mage. Like the weeklies we have are low key.
Bringing it.
Something going on.
Yeah,
I mean,
good stuff.
And Don, even some of the phone lines that you expected to not be great, delivering.
Yeah, because listen, I love Damien, but his phone lines were
rough
and landlines.
Yeah,
I get cell phones crap out, but he's always had
high quality. That was good.
But no, he's been fantastic. So looking forward to talking to him every week. And Booger's been great on Wednesdays. 1-800-919-3776. Big ENN coming up at 6. We're taking you right up to 7 o'clock.
Right up.
Because the Mets are done and already won here on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg on ESPN New York.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
The Ryder Cup is more than golf. It's a global celebration. And this year, Ryder Cup Live makes you part of it all. Cheer with fans at Rockefeller Center. Join watch parties at New York's favorite bars. Or host your own unforgettable gathering with Ryder Cup Live fan kits. Whether you're in the city, on Long Island, or at home with friends, you can rally behind your team and share in the energy of golf's biggest stage. The Ryder Cup. It's not just a match, it's a movement.
Game time isn't just on the field. It's in your driveway, too. At Kia City of the Bronx, they're making plays with the full lineup of brand new Kias ready for you at 3505 Connor Street. Don't sit on the sidelines while your dream car drives by. Visit KiaCity.com or call 646-917-7955 and they'll get you behind the wheel of something fresh. Kia City of the Bronx. This is how the Bronx drives.
Things today can seem kind of unpredictable. Who knows what's around the corner, right? Well, at Total Wireless, we want to give you something to be sure about. With us, you save 50% off Metro and Cricket when you switch with one line. Guaranteed. And you get to keep the phone and number you love. Visit our Total Wireless store today. 50% savings for unlimited plans versus comparable Total Wireless unlimited phone plans based on standard plan rates. Some customers may only receive the guaranteed savings after contacting us and validating the current plan rate. Excludes promotional, discounted, and bring your phone rates. For total 5G unlimited plan or higher, auto pay required. Applied on next renewal date. Additional terms apply.
You matter, and so does your well-being. If you're facing tough moments, struggling with anxiety, depression, thoughts of suicide, or substance use, help is here anytime you need it. Call, text, or chat 988 for free confidential support. New Jersey's 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is here 24/7 for you or someone you love, with trained counselors who listen and care without judgment. You matter. Remember New Jersey's 988. A message from the New Jersey Department of Human Services.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play.
Well, here we are again, and I got to tell you, Jim, this match has me really concerned.
Here we have a powerful heavyweight, a train, weighing in at 6,000 tons. And this hasty lightweight challenger, a car, at just 1.5 tons?
This does not bode well for the car, or the people in it.
It's no contest. Every day, people are injured or killed trying to beat a train at rail crossings. See tracks, think train.
From the regular season to the Super Bowl, ESPN New York is your destination for football. We've got crazy fans.
If the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, I'm going to take a dump on your head.
You can feel good because you're a damn football team. Expert analysis.
Marcus Spears joins us now, ESPN NFL analyst Damen Woody.
Mel Kiper Jr.
The Hall of Famer Steve Young.
He's kind of our resident general manager, Louis Riddick.
We got Mike Tannenbaum right now.
And all your fantasy and wagering needs. This is ESPN New York. We are football.
Get ready for a new Monday Night Football experience with the ESPN New York Couchcast when the Jets take on the Dolphins for the Week 4 divisional matchup. Settle in on the couch and join the Altcast with all of your favorite ESPN New York personalities for instant reactions, unfiltered commentary, and behind-the-mic banter. Stream live on our YouTube page, which you've already subscribed to, from kickoff to the final whistle. Grab your snacks and watch the game with the pros. It's the ESPN New York Couchcast presented by Calandra's Bakery, Jacob's Pickles, and driven by the All-American Ford Auto Group, the #1 Ford Auto Group in the tri-state area. Shop allamericanautogroup.com. On Monday, September 29th is when it all happens, starting at 7 p.m. on ESPN New York's YouTube channel. So we'll all be together. And guess what? The next day, Major League Baseball's playoffs begin. So you get the big football game between the Dolphins and the Jets. Next day,
right. The wild card round.
Get some maybe Mets, Padres, Mets, Dodgers. Get the Yankees and
Red Sox.
Maybe the Mariners, Red Sox. Could be the Astros.
So you're essentially going to get a mini K-Show reunion the day before the baseball playoffs. Don and Michael bantering wildly about baseball like they used to.
During a football game? Well, not allowed. Not allowed.
Not even allowed to.
Well, wait a minute.
It's a Dolphins-Jets game, for Christ's sake.
Not that I have a hankering to talk baseball during a football game, but the game will dictate the conversation, right? I mean, if it's not a good game and if it's a blowout, well, we can't open the door to having maybe not baseball, but other conversations.
No, I see your point.
But remember, Don, there's a likelihood that if you and Michael really get anything going, Alan's going to get weird and hover and not want to leave, and he's going to be like that new girlfriend.
I don't hover.
Not comfortable.
No, I don't hover. No, I'm not a lingerer.
You're going to okay, sorry, take it back. He's going to leave and pout. He's even worse.
No.
He's going to leave and
not
pout.
And I will just do what I normally do. I'll be the P1 that just sits there listening to the conversation.
Why are you all of a sudden you know who's going to be all over each other? They're going to have to be separated. Is Rick and Michael. You're worried about me and Michael having this big, long, elongated conversation about baseball.
Let me tell you why you're wrong. Let me tell you why you're wrong, Don.
All right.
Let me tell you why you're wrong. Here's the thing. This is deep. This is why I'm on the show.
All right,
this is the kind of information you need right here. Because the reason you're wrong is because Michael and Rick's relationship is fugazi. It's fraudulent. There won't actually be anything. It'll just be the same joking around they always do. You know, you and Michael, there's heart there. There's passion.
Blood is thicker than water.
And there's blood in the ground. There's blood everywhere.
Now
it's deep.
Logistically, if Rick and
I
Dave,
think Don will sit on Michael's lap.
Well, no. If Rick and Dave have to be at this event, are they just going to sleep over? They're not going to go home after the game, right?
I think they're going to go home.
Or is the strategy they'll just do their show from home?
That would be, I think, the plan. Yeah, don't tell David in the chat, but I think the morning show the next day will be. If I were them and I were being asked to come in at night to do a broadcast, I'd say, well, tomorrow morning we'll go ahead and be home.
Shining Wizards Kevin says with Rick there, Michael won't even realize Don's in the room.
Wow.
That's a great point.
I just want to watch a good game.
That would be nice. I think that would really help.
I'm worried about that. Yeah, I'm really worried about that.
Well, here's the thing. From the couch cast perspective, I know you as a Jet fan want to see a good game or the Jets to
I just want to see them win. Yeah.
Right. But for the couch cast success, isn't a game off the rails better for us? Like, if it's really a compelling game, people might not want to be necessarily distracted.
You don't want to hear all this banter.
Yeah.
Good point.
They might want to turn up the commentary because the game's good. So I'm hoping for it's a fun game, but there's enough that the people are going to want to hear what we have to say about it.
If the Dolphins lose to the Jets, don't you think they have to fire the coach?
Well, let's see what they do tonight. Let's say they get blown out tonight, and the spread's 11.5.
11.5.
Right?
Yeah.
So if it's like a 30-10 game like it was against the Jets, and they lose to the Jets, and they're 0-4,
that's bad.
Now,
and they're not like you could just see it. They don't look spirited at all.
I don't know if we can find, because I know they played it this morning, but the Tua stuff and what Daniels has been saying about like a lack of communication and like that, you're starting to see where it's deteriorating. Now, I am not on board with firing coaches in the middle of a season, but if it's done and it's only week 4, if you've got somebody in mind, yeah, I think it's probably better to do it now than later. These are the comments. This was this is Tua on the poor communication, because remember, Tyreek Hill was giving it to him on a pass that was like way over his head or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what Tua had to say about the lack of communication.
That was really frustrating. It was frustrating with the communication with the guys inside the huddle, and then what the personnel is, then the play for those guys. Do we have too many guys in? Why do we have another guy running in? Just the whole operation of that was not up to standard, was not up to par.
And this is not a new coaching staff.
This is what he does. Like, he's always trying to confuse the defense with what he's doing.
But none of the guys involved in that play are new. Right? I can understand if it happened to the Jets or Justin Fields, working with a new team. You got a brand new coach, brand new offensive coordinator. Why is this happening to a team that's got things already established? So this is what McDaniel had to say, responding to what Tua said.
To win games, you have to win the game, not lose the game. Honestly, that is how you lose the game. You're moving the ball down the field. You're 1st and 10, and then you find yourself at 2nd and 20. That was critical.
So he's admitting, in kind of a word salad, that cost him the game. Mm-hmm. Like the fact that they can't get on the same page is why we're losing. But you're the head coach. And I'm telling you, these non-former players, these analytic guys, they're going to lose the room quicker than anybody else, right? Because it's like it's
when it's working, everybody's fine. But it's still football.
Now let's look quickly before we go to break on what would be next after the Jets for the Dolphins. Okay, so let's say they lose to the Bills, and I figure they're going to lose to the Bills.
Yeah.
Then they're at Carolina. So hear me out.
It's
a short week,
yeah.
So it's tough to do. But if you've got a winnable game and you do make a coaching change, it's nice to do it on a week where you got a chance to win. It's on the road, Carolina, and then you look at what's coming up. All right, and then you got the Chargers at home. That's tough. But then you're at Cleveland. But then, God, look, at Atlanta. They've got, is this true? I don't know if I've ever seen this.
What, road trip?
No.
Quote, unquote?
4 straight games at home. Baltimore, Buffalo, Washington, and New Orleans. They're going to stink.
In October?
Pete, you remember that? Like 4 straight home games?
It happens.
Is one of these games a neutral site, though? I'm just wondering.
Overseas?
Are the Giants overseas this year?
No, I'm talking about the Dolphins.
Oh, sorry, the Dolphins overseas, though? Yes, they have to be, because the bad teams are always overseas.
And the Dolphins seem to always be. That's just strange, because there's a Thursday game. I don't have the start times here to see, but I'll look that up when we get a chance. But we got
the Dolphins, Washington. No, you're saying it's is that included in there?
It's Baltimore, Buffalo, Washington, New Orleans.
Washington is in Madrid.
That's it. There you go.
Bang.
So, the one thing I just realized is the Jets now have the three opponents so far. 2 of them are on mini buys. Right, Buffalo was
Buffalo played.
Buffalo was Thursday night, right?
Yes,
that was Buffalo Ravens. Yes, am I right? Or no, that was a Sunday night. That was a Sunday night. That was a Sunday night. All right, never mind. Yep. But the Dolphins getting a little bit of a mini bye going into a Jet game where they're going to be 0-3 more than likely is definitely a benefit to Miami.
ENN coming up next. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg on ESPN New York.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
And now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. I hope you have a great rest of the night. Heading over to the UBS Arena for the PBR bull riding competition. Packed ride on the Cross Island southbound, getting through Queens. Hitting the brakes there from the Throgs Neck Bridge, heading over to Hempstead Turnpike. No relief on the Meadowbrook northbound in Nassau County, right before the Northern State. Big crash involving a car facing the wrong way. You're jammed there from Eisenhower Park. Bumper to bumper on the Staten Island Expressway westbound, heading over to the West Shore. Delays go back across the Verrazano into Brooklyn. Only easy way to the outbound, George Henry Hudson. Cross Bronx westbound, going to run you over an hour from the Bruckner through to underneath the apartments. Inbound Georgia, about 10 to 15 for the upper deck. Outbound Lincoln, your best ride at 45 minutes. Outbound Helen, going to cost you over an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
On the basketball court, the soccer pitch, or even the golf course, your crew brings their best, not just for the win, but for that post-game celebration. When victory tastes like Michelob Ultra, it's worth every drop of sweat. And if you don't win, you'll still get the beer. It's just on you. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. Superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey! My dad is bringing home the best birthday cake ever!
It was my 5th birthday, and my dad was bringing home the cake.
Should have been here a half hour ago.
The cake never made it, and neither did my dad.
911, what's your emergency?
That was the day a drunk driver killed my dad.
Daddy?
Impaired drivers take lives. Think.
Sponsored by the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee. Aired in cooperation with the New York State Broadcasters Association.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Hey, it's Desmond Howard. You want to win the weekend? It all starts with the tailgate. And for me, that means Kingsford Charcoal.
They've been bringing the flavor, the smoke, and the heat since 1920. No wonder they're still the gold standard of grilling. So fire it up, feed your crew, and let the smoke do the talking. Kingsford, the king of the tailgate. Get it today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Put it in the book. This is your radio home for New York Mets baseball. 880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. This is an ENN Special Report. Now reporting.
The very handsome Jewish man, Peter Rosenberg.
We should talk some sports. Do what you want. It's ENN.
Hi. Hey, good. Awesome. Super. How's everyone doing? Welcome to ENN.
Ray Rowe.
T-Wee?
We got to bring back the TV.
You ever watch YouTube?
Or maybe it's that.
You ever watch YouTube?
There it is.
Yeah. Good call, Alan.
Peter!
Yeah. Either way, it's time. Let's start off by saying good evening to Don.
When I give you the little flick, not with my finger, you know what I mean?
And let me say good evening to Alan.
Unscrew this, unplug that, slip that out of there. I don't remember that.
And good evening to myself.
It went from K. Adams to Michael K.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Imagine that. Imagine that's like one of those scenes in a movie. You know what I mean? It's a long night, and when you go to bed, it's one thing, and when you wake up, it's something else altogether. You know what I'm saying?
Been there.
But it's never been Michael K. when you woke up, is it?
Oh, he would have said something.
I mean, for Rick, that would be good news. You know what I mean? It would be like a celebration. But for those of us with eyes, I'm kidding. Let's not. I don't want to do it. All right, guys, a lot is going on in the world of professional sports. And I think we should talk about some of it, including Jason Kelsey, who was on his New Heights pod, and he was talking some about the tush push and false starts.
I get that there's like a hair of a second early on some of these. Some of them are legitimate false starts. Some of them I feel like fall well within the parameters of any other short yardage play. And here's the other thing. The false start thing, that thing is going to happen whether it's a tush push or a regular quarterback sneak. Guards are going to be trying to time out the snap. Good guards on short yardage runs are going to be trying to time out the snap. Like that's how, if you're late, you're going to be screwed. So it's not like they're trying to false start.
Dude.
Don.
Alan.
No,
Peter.
Nothing out of you? Nothing?
Well, I was
of all people to start. I mean, come on.
First of all, if you're a former Eagle,
thank
current
you.
Eagle, just stop.
Right. Exactly. Okay.
Well,
I thought this would set you off.
I just don't get. You're the defending Super Bowl champions, okay? You've won 2 Super Bowls fairly recently, right? By winning another one. Why are you so upset? Can we all just admit you don't like it? It's not remotely entertaining. Now, it's been successful for you.
No doubting
So
that.
I understand you want to keep it. I get it. But the way they defend it almost comes across like you kind of feel guilty, like that's the reason you're winning, which nobody really thinks that. I mean, there might be people that hate the Eagles. I hate the Eagles, but I'm not going to sit there and say they're not a great team and they didn't deserve to win the Super Bowl. Anybody that says they won because of the tush push doesn't know anything about football. But the way they why are you so defensive, man?
Right, exactly. If you have to justify it.
Like, I'm no fan of Sirianni, but I kind of just liked the other day. We was just like, we're not thinking about it because it's legal. We're going to do it. And if it's not legal, okay.
We won't do it.
Then we won't do it. Yeah. And we'll find another way to beat you because we're a really good team and we got a good quarterback. We got a great defense. We have more talent than we know what to do with.
Putting them in situations where they can do it, which is, again, last week, that's not an issue if Kelsey catches the ball. But he doesn't, turns it to turnover, and then, it leads to that. There are things that happen against them, and they take advantage of it with this play. And until it's changed, you got to accept it. But I don't need the guy that was in the middle of it.
I don't need
making it work. I don't need him to
and
it's
to get
not necessary.
all aggravated. Like you can't see why it's an issue. Like if we had Jason on, I would say, Jason, you seem so put off by it, right? And you defend it, and you roll your eyes when people complain about it. You can't see the complaint. When Pereira said, "I can't officiate this play.
Right.
I can't see where the ball is. Everybody's a mess. It's a big mosh pit. I can't do anything with it."
Well, him saying
guys have gotten hurt because of it. You're aiding the runner. You can't see the complaints.
Him saying it might be a false start by a Smith, like all that stuff. It's like you're admitting it then. Like just don't. You don't need to talk about it. You don't need to defend it.
And you're really
good
at
it. It's not going to stay. This is the last year of it. I think we can all agree. We can all agree this is the last year of it because too many people now up in arms about it. No. So just let it go. Let it die.
Don't you think though that's part of the thing though? It really is that much of a thing for them?
No. I don't think it's why they win.
No, that's not what I mean. But it's talked about enough that it truly gets to them.
Of course.
It's obviously really made them feel a way.
Of course.
about everything.
Yeah, of course.
And when you're that good, all right, be like, all right, take it away.
Mm-hmm.
It's legal. We're going to still use it because it's part of our game plan. Take it away and see if we'll come up with something else. That would be my attitude if I'm a champion, and you are a champion. You won. And listen, not everybody can do it. The Giants did it, lost 3 offensive linemen. They got hurt. And then Kansas City stopped it how many times in that playoff game last year against Buffalo? So they obviously do it very well. But when I see it, I'm like, oh, give me a break.
I get it. And I wasn't on board until last week when we watching that game. That's the first time I understood what you meant. Because it was like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And that's the first time I ever felt that way. So I'm on board now with you guys.
I'm happy to have you here.
Yeah. I'm a little late, but I made it.
Yeah, it takes time. All right. Now let's talk Giants, shall we? I don't know if you realize that the Giants' defense late in the game against Dallas wasn't necessarily what you want. Here is Shane Bowen on the defense at the end of that game.
Yeah, I mean, we knew kind of the distance, what it was going to be. Getting credit to him making a 64-yarder, but we knew that was his range. Just trying to defend the line as best we could. Wish we would have been tighter, a little bit tighter. Again, just like all these calls that don't work, second guess it. You probably wish you went a different direction. But tough situation to come down to that one play. I got to be better. Wish we would have been better, and hopefully we can move on and progress from it and learn from it and be better. But feel for the guys. They battled for 92 plays and didn't come down to that one play. Feel for them, but again, it's Thursday now. We got to move on and get ready for the Chiefs.
Wasn't that easy?
I like that.
Wasn't that easy? How easy was that?
Wish we could have done it better instead of the whole doubling down. Oh, no, listen, I'd do it again.
Like how easy is that to do?
Now, by the way, Don, you appreciate it. I'd do it again, but
right.
It doesn't always make sense.
No, most of the time it doesn't. But I like a coach admitting, yeah, we probably could do that better.
Yeah, let's work on that. Now, here's Russell Wilson, though, with some high praise to Jace for Wan'Dale Robinson.
I hold him in high regard. He reminds me a lot of Tyler Lockett. Tyler was a guy who loved the game, saw the game well, had a great feel for space. Tyler's one of my favorite all-time people, and also one of my favorite guys I've ever got to play with.
That's pretty good. I like that comp.
It's not bad. And by the way, that's a good goal to have for Wan'Dale Robinson.
Yeah.
So let me see Tyler Lockett's best years.
No, he was a weapon for them.
Yeah, for 4 years for the prime. Well, not even for the prime, but for Tyler Lockett starting in 2018. He started really balling. 965 and 10, then 1,008, then 1,010. Oh, if you get that from Wan'Dale Robinson,
give me that.
Yeah, take that. They've been looking for that for a long time, especially because the way it looks is Malik Neighbors could be giving you
that's your DK
1,712 a year.
Yeah, but that's your DK. So that's what you need. So I like that. It's pretty good. Now they got to find their beast mode.
That is an important piece too. Let me tell you right now.
Oh, you know what's weird?
Huh?
They had one.
Well, hold on.
Oh, isn't that crazy?
Tracy's not beast mode, but he can play.
Well,
no one's beast mode.
No, I know.
No, who else is grabbing a camera and going to a prize fight?
Take care of your chicken.
Take care of your mentals and your chicken.
I miss him.
Oh, he's the best.
I mean, he's a whack job, but that's fine.
In the best way.
In the best possible.
Is that right?
It's true.
He's like the best kind of whack job because it's not like he's actually a whack job. He just enjoys playing the part of I'm beast mode all the time.
And it kind of just shows you that if the attitude is favorable, that you kind of can do whatever you want. Because if you remember, during anthems, he'd be sitting on his helmet.
Oh,
and people didn't care.
No one cared.
It's him. You know, it's all right. The fact that he doesn't care is so adorable.
By the way, he wasn't doing that by accident either.
Yeah.
He was very intentional, but people just he was so good, and you could say no one's saying anything to him.
Right.
What do you say to imagine saying something to Marshawn Lynch in person? Double dog dare you.
No, well, not just, but he's likable. It's like David Ortiz. David Ortiz could have jogged out hit a home run and go on the IL for stepping on the syringe that fell out of his arm. And people would be like, oh, that's just Ortiz, man. Isn't he funny? Isn't that adorable?
Oh, he's hilarious. What a goof.
That's why I loved Keenan playing Big Papi. because all he'd do is sort of smile and laugh and clap and point. That's all you had to do is this.
Yeah, it's just it's like people, when you really break it down, we talk about all the things in the like people are real easy. People are real easy to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
And
although let's be honest, Poppy ruined the rivalry. He ruined the rivalry.
Well, because even the Yankees couldn't hate him.
It was likable.
They didn't hate him. It was too much. Everyone just started rooting for him, and now you're like,
you know who else did too?
Quietly,
Manny did
kills
too.
you.
Manny did because, half Washington Heights would just show up at the Bronx to watch the game, and they'd be rooting for him.
Right.
Oh no. Well, by the way, a lot of the truth of the matter is a lot of Dominicans were lost to the Red Sox because of Poppy.
Yeah.
That was just it.
Yeah, like that.
That was a hit,
and it changed the the atmosphere of the building. Right? But it's life. It's the way it goes. But I don't think, and we've talked about this. If the Yankees and Red Sox meet in the wild card round, which is a highly likely scenario, if it happens, will it have juice?
Oh, in the playoffs, yeah.
But I mean, the juice that it used to have.
But here's the thing. This
We're
is
waiting
the
for it.
real opportunity. This even in a 3-game matchup, guys, this could be an opportunity for Yankees Red Sox to matter again. To me, that is maybe sneaky the most exciting thing. And I'm going to
Wild
paint a
card,
picture.
though, don't you think
I'm gonna
it
paint
needs
a picture.
to be a more significant round?
Listen, if the games are good,
yeah.
If it's 7-6,
Oh,
6-5,
yeah.
and
Okay.
9-8,
I'll give you that.
It doesn't matter. Now, how about this? Let's paint a fun picture. Because Alan said the thing that I want to hear from Yankees players. Unfortunately, it was just being said by a yo-yo fan, respectfully. That whole thing about I want Houston, I want to go through Houston, that's the way we should have to go.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I dream of hearing from them. Can you imagine if not only the Yankees won the title this year, but they went through the Red Sox in the wild card, at the Astros in the DS, and then went on to win the World Series against, and then how about this? Then beat the Dodgers in the World Series.
Yeah.
Give me that.
Slay all
Honestly,
dragons.
Give it to me.
No matter how it
Just
looks.
pelts on the wall.
Tell me that. Listen, you're the Yankee fan, but that would go down as one of the greatest championships ever. If your victims are Red Sox,
matter how it
Astros,
looks.
Dodgers,
Come on.
on.
Championships ever?
Well, hold on.
I mean, there's some.
It's
there's a
been
lot to
15
choose from
years.
here.
I get. Okay,
all right, give them to me. No, seriously, give them to me.
He can't. He can't.
Right now, top of my head, I'm not.
It's
like,
hard. They're too
The
many.
best
They're
team
too
was
many.
98, but you beat the Padres.
Yeah, but that was right. That was almost like anticlimactic when you got there. Right,
See,
that
Don-
was 98 was.
Don, you
Yeah.
think that we should talk to Alan
96
about this?
is 96 is down 0-2.
You think
That's
that
one
we
of the
should
greats.
You think we should be talking to Alan about this, but we shouldn't because they're too cocky and they can't talk about it because they start relying on how. But Don, let's me and you be realistic for a second, okay? The last title was 09. And let's be honest, the 09 thing was whatever. It was a whatever championship.
78, those were epic.
But you're missing.
But what I'm saying is this would be – Don's with me. This would be –
You're talking about who
it would
you beat.
surpass 09, and then it's the biggest one you've had in 25 years, certainly.
Well,
You're right.
I mean,
That's a big deal.
Yeah, but I'll give you that because it's been a minute. This century, they're not – like last century, the Yankees were the Yankees. This century, the Yankees are the Cubs.
Again, there are better runs. Like you said, being down in 96, being down 0-2, losing the first 2 games at home to the Braves.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
There have been epic all those going back to Brooklyn Dodgers and all that, but I'm just saying from a fan standpoint, how satisfying it would be.
No, that's the
Red
word
Sox,
to use.
Astros.
One of the more satisfying runs could be if you put those pelts on the wall because of the historic significance to the matchup. But in context, the Astros aren't the Astros, right?
But
They're not the
still,
same.
You'd like
but
to
you're
stick
right.
it to them.
Oh,
Altuve's still there.
Absolutely.
Right now, all right,
I can't
let me
deny
ask
that.
you this. How about this? All right, Dodgers, makes sense. They danced on your grave last year, beat you
100%.
Oh, they played the song.
I would savor that.
Would it be any more or less if it were the Mets and you completely shut Soto down?
Nah. I think
I
the
agree
Dodgers.
I agree with you.
I think
It's
I'd
bigger.
want to let the Dodgers hear about it. You know?
But hold on. But let me push back on this. I hear what he's saying, that the bigger one would be the Dodgers. However, what that doesn't take into account is that if we were to get there, that would mean the Mets just went on an epic run too. And it would mean this city would be completely on fire by the time we got there.
Fair point.
So even though from a distance we're saying at the Dodgers, by the time we got to Yankees Mets, that would end up feeling bigger. Because the Dodgers thing happened last year, and it was big. Not as big as it would have been if it was the Mets. So I think it would end up being a bigger deal if it were the Mets. Either one of these, though, guys, the Yankees are back. It changes Judge's entire life. Everything changes if they go on a run and win. And think about it. When have they had a better shot? As annoying as they've been as a team this year and as many question marks as they have, we heard Allen's concerns about how many pitchers he trusts on this team. Don, when have they had a better shot based on who else is out there?
I know.
It really feels the field is – everybody can feel this way. The field does seem wide open. Everyone is flawed. So with that in mind, yes, the opportunity is certainly there. I haven't checked the recent championship odds.
I bet I know someone who could tell us what they are.
I know.
And by the way, in the meantime, you know what else I'd like to tell you guys?
What would you like to tell us?
Buffalo Bills 3-point play.
Oh, he's in. He's
Buffalo
locking it in.
Bills 3-point
All right.
play.
All right.
3.
I respect it. I respect it.
I have to.
Are you joining?
I'm looking at everything. Why would I listen? I know what I said earlier, and I could see a world in which it's frustrating. I could see a world also in which this is like a true celebratory night for the Bills. A nice, easy, early win. Mike McDaniel, this team is getting lost. I could see this being an absolute knockout punch. Why not roll the dice with the Bills?
Now,
what are you feeling?
Part of me wants me to lay out and just let Peter just dangle there by himself.
You should.
Let him dangle.
Or do I just, Alan, do we ruin it and we all take the Bills 3-point play and again can't gain any
pressure off me, though.
But it takes but again you haven't gotten a point.
But
and then you finally get a 3-point play and everybody else does, you gain no ground off it. That would make you sick.
Well, do whatever you want, but I would actually I really
How you
just
feeling?
need the points
Don,
regardless of what you guys do.
Don, I will follow you.
Oh, come on. This isn't
I'm
picks
following
anymore.
you.
Hold on. You guys aren't even making picks anymore. Anthony, this goes against the integrity of the entire segment.
That's
in
funny.
for a penny, in for a pound. Let's go.
That's what I was saying last year when we're like, guys are just playing four corners and just that's
I never disagreed
No, you
with
didn't.
you.
You supported me, but then Michael would always get
then
mad.
Michael.
Because what I did down the stretch with Kay, Allen, at the end of the season, I'd want to submit to, then it was Andrew, our picks so that we weren't influenced by whoever
So
was
no
picking.
one knew.
Otherwise, if I'm down 2 points and Michael makes Kansas City's 3-point play, I'm going to go against him to try to make up ground.
Well, that's what we did in the playoffs.
But that's not what it's supposed to be about.
Right.
It's who do I like.
So it should be secret ballot revealed on the last day, and you can't change it.
Exactly.
Especially at the end.
It should be secret ballot and then Friday reveal.
But this is kind of like the end of the year where we would be doing it strictly to just stick it to our partner here.
Oh, it's never been this early before.
Like I said, I will follow you.
I will follow him. All right.
What do you
World
think?
Series odds.
Here we go.
Who has the best odds to win the whole damn thing?
Whole damn thing.
Tell us.
Oh, I thought you'd want to guess.
I'm gonna go.
I'm going Brewers.
I'm gonna go Dodgers anyway.
No.
Brewers?
ESPN Bet has the Phillies at plus 450.
Wow.
The Dodgers at plus 550. Brewers, Blue Jays plus 700.
They don't trust them.
Tigers, Yankees plus 900.
How about the Mets though?
Mariners plus 1,000. Cubs plus 1,400
Mets
along with
15?
the Padres.
15, 18 Mets.
Astros plus 1,500. Red Sox and Mets plus 1,800.
18, yeah, okay. Would you sprinkle Yankees there?
Well, if I'm getting plus 900,
that's not bad.
Heck, I sprinkle Mets at plus 1,800. I don't believe it. It's plus 1,800.
Yeah,
and even the Red Sox. You could make the case that the winner of Yankees-Red Sox has
Could
an
win it all.
excellent chance to go to the World Series, right? So all you're doing for your bet is just win one more series.
Yeah.
Wow, are you surprised the Phillies have the best odds? That team's been fickle all year.
They really have.
But you know what? I wonder.
They did turn it on.
You know what
late.
it is? What it is? Again, I'm not a gambling guy, and people can jump me. It's got to because the Phillies already clinched the division.
Yeah.
Like the Dodgers haven't. So now if the Dodgers drop to the wild card, that has to affect it, right?
Yes. One more round. The Phillies.
That's probably why.
Phillies don't have
One
the top
more
seed. Do they have the
round.
top seed.
Stand by.
Now, real quick, while Don is doing that.
That doesn't take that long, Peter. It just means
No, I'm not
focusing
going
your
to.
eyeballs.
I
The Brewers have the 1 seed. Phillies
Oh,
got the 2.
Of course, the Brewers. Yes.
But only by 3 games.
Come on, Gracie.
Now, real quick, guys.
There's something going on here, Peter, that we should talk about.
Really?
Yeah.
I was just going to say that we're at 9 Our YouTube subscribers are up to 9.94.
We're right there.
I want
10K.
Let's get
10K before 7.
Let's do it. Come on,
Otherwise,
everybody.
I'm walking out.
Smash it.
We need you to smash it. We need you to pound it. We need you to destroy it.
Alan's watching a game right now. He's a little distracted.
I'm on YouTube, but not on our show.
Oh, what game are you watching? One of your kids' significant others got something going?
Gracie's in St. Anthony's varsity volleyball happening right now. Big tilt against St. John the Baptist.
I got
the fact that you can watch games on.
She went on a run serving.
Yeah,
helped win the first game. Tremendous serve.
I got to tell you, volleyball on the computers, it's rough.
It's not easy. It's one of these
Really? Why is it bad?
Because it's like a wide angle camera. It's like a 0.5.
Really, and it never they never change shots.
No, it's a still shot. So you're missing the ball goes out of frame every time because it goes up in the air.
Stupid question.
I'm just watching her.
Stupid question. Do they wear numbers?
Yes.
What number is Gracie?
3.
All right. Big 3.
3.
3-point play.
Yeah.
All right.
Are we or aren't we? Come on, Don.
No, I don't think.
Laying out? Yeah.
I don't think it'd be right.
It
I
doesn't
don't
feel
want our
natural.
picks to be performative. I'm not feeling it for a 3-point play, and I can't do that to somebody.
I wasn't feeling
respect.
it either, so I wasn't gonna play it, but I would have just for fun.
Of course.
Oh, great.
Well timed. Well timed.
Was that Spike?
Yeah.
That was a beautiful
God
Spike
bless him.
drop. All right. We're not quite done yet here, kids. We still have a little bit of ENN. And now, by the way, tomorrow, guys, 3 o'clock, right when the show's starting, is when my show is starting on ESPN2, the WrestlePalooza special that I'm doing tomorrow. Very, very excited about it.
You and Hallie, right?
Halle Berry?
No.
Halliburton.
Halliburton.
Yeah, not the real Hallie to me, but I'll take it. It'll still be something. Yeah, me, Big E, Tyrese Halliburton, a whole lot of guests. It's going to be a good time.
Big E?
Not
Damn
Big
right.
How'd you do that?
No, it's Big E.
Oh, but Big E.
Yeah.
So really, is it a hologram of him? The ghost of Big E?
AI.
See, this isn't.
He
right.
keeps saying it.
He does say Big E.
It's Big E.
Right, he's saying it again.
Listen, it was all a dream.
Now,
I'm giving you a chance to get out. You keep repeating the same thing. You keep saying Big E.
It's not Big E.
Right.
It's Big E.
Right. Yeah. I'm hearing the same thing.
Yeah, I hear it too.
WNBC.
Our friend Dan Orlovsky was on Unsportsmanlike this morning, and he had an interesting take about the lack of development of quarterbacks in the league. Let's hear from Dan.
The conversation of quarterback development has become a focal point in the last week or so. And in many ways, the youth development of the quarterback position has been robbed because we removed the huddle from football for a lot of these quarterbacks at 10, 11, 12, 14, 16 years old. You learn so much about that mental journey of quarterbacking in the huddle. We've played with tempo rather than forcing quarterbacks to learn the answers to questions that the defenses give you. And so that demands me to know what my slot receiver is going to do when he gets that nickel pressure. And instead of learning that and communicating to that and how, we just play with tempo. We've taught quarterbacks to look to the sideline and the coach is going to give them the play. So I don't have to feel the strain of knowing what's right all the time, because if I don't, I fail my team. I don't have to feel that burden anymore. I don't have to know everything about everybody's job anymore. We've absolutely lost sight of that.
That's
all I could think about with that cut was
long.
Dan has an interesting way of talking. I never really noticed it, but in sitting there, he has a really interesting style.
I'm good.
Sounds European.
Is that what you think he's European?
No, I don't think he's European. I think like it's like a little more deliberate English, as if it's his second language, right? Like somebody who's
is he originally from Detroit also?
I don't know.
I think he's actually from.
But he's really went inside baseball there, really deep, where a lot of people probably couldn't follow. But his passion, like he cares a lot. I still say the best take.
Charger now.
Yeah, Ram.
Oh,
That's right. He's a UConn guy.
Yeah, UConn. Went from Bridgeport, went to UConn.
But what Tom Brady said is, to me, like the best part of it. It's the idea that we do rush it too much. And it used to be, Bart said this, the NFL used to dictate college. But now the college game dictates the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're taking a player and, well, what do you do in college? Let's just do that here. and that's changed the role of the quarterback. Is it for better or for worse? How do we know? Because this seems like it's a golden era of quarterbacks, doesn't it?
Yeah, well,
a golden age.
It has been. Will the next one be, right, as these guys get older?
Yeah.
But they're still in their prime right now. And, guys, after 18 seasons, you're not going to see this very often again. After 18 seasons in blue and white, Clayton Kershaw will call it a career at the end of this year. Yeah, I mean.
Raise your hand if you knew he was still playing.
Oh, that's terrible.
No, he's been hurt so much.
I know, but it was still hurt.
Still, it's too soon. It's a little too soon.
My bad.
But it is an interesting list or a conversation at least to have in terms of just how many players we could still reasonably expect to have that kind of run with one team. So
it is pretty
happy trails.
No. And he got his World Series, like he had his playoff success, and that's great. I did not mean that in a bad
No, the milk can't go back in the oven.
He has been hurt a lot. So you don't hear about him pitching that much.
And I don't know that if they just didn't communicate, but it's a tough day for Anze Kopitar of the Los Angeles Kings, who also said this will be his last season.
And
he's going to the Hall of Fame.
So will LeBron now say make it a trifecta? An LA trifecta.
Oh, my God. That's unfortunate, though.
No, because he does deserve some love, but he's not going to get any.
Yeah, he's loved in L.A.
Yeah, but it's still he's not Clayton Kershaw.
But you see what I mean?
By the way,
if
though,
LeBron announced it, that would then overshadow Kershaw.
Do you
3 stars in L.A.
Do you know his stats for this year, though, Alan?
Whose stats?
Kershaw?
Of course not.
Okay. So I'm just saying, since you're throwing it out there, he's 10-2. He's appeared in 20 games.
Well, 20.
An ERA of 3.53.
Yeah, that's like a rookie appears in 20 games.
Not too bad for year 18, my guy.
No,
That'll do
listen.
it for ENN.
Okay. All right. I'm a bad
Peter
guy
Rosenberg,
today.
known Kershaw hater.
That guy
Alan
Thursday, I'm that guy.
That's you.
I'm sorry.
You're that guy.
I don't want to be that guy.
It's all about you. The rest of the way. 1-800-919-3776. We're taking you up until 7. And then it's Dan Gross on ESPN New York.
Well, first, I have a message. It is brought to you by my friends at BetterHelp. All right? We turn to some funny places for support, but not everyone's a therapist. Not everyone's the one. Find your right match with BetterHelp. BetterHelp therapists work according to a strict code of conduct, and they're fully licensed in the U.S. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals, all right? A short questionnaire helps identify your needs and preferences, and their 10-plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rates mean they typically get it right the first time. If you're not happy with your match, switch to a different therapist at any time from their tailored recommendations. With over 30,000 therapists, it's convenient too. You can join a session with a therapist at the click of a button, helping fit therapy in your busy life, all right? As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Find the one with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/timeout. That's BetterHelp.com/timeout.
There's a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-90 Turbo Select for $249 for 24 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely, choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN S1225248. MSRP $40,000. Zero security deposit. Ends 9/30/25.
Every NFL Thursday is your chance to hit the jackpot on FanDuel. Because with FanDuel's Thursday Touchdown Jackpot, you can win a share of $2 million in bonus bets each week. To get in on this Thursday's action, all you have to do is place an anytime touchdown scorer bet before the game kicks off. And if your player scores the first or last TD of the game, you'll win your bet plus a share of bonus bets. Just visit FanDuel.com/K to take a shot at the jackpot. That's FanDuel.com/K for your chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets. Play your game with FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. 21 plus and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Must apply profit boost token on select market. Prize pool to be split equally among all eligible participants who made the correct first or last TD pick. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 21 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Schweppes, the iconic ginger ale of New York, is proud to sponsor the PGA of America. Schweppes has a deep lineup of ginger flavors, including raspberry, white peach, dry grape, and also available in zero sugar. With every sip of Schweppes, the dedication to quality, excellence, and the art of tastefulness will leave you feeling simply refreshed. It's a hole-in-one for all your drinking occasions. Schweppes, a sparkling tradition since 1783, and the perfect way to elevate your summer. Swing by your local ShopRite and grab some Schweppes.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Soccer fans, get ready for a huge night at Citi Field. On Wednesday, September 24th, New York City FC hosts Inter Miami. Kickoff is set for 7:30. For your chance to be there, enter now at ESPNNewYork.com or through the ESPN New York app. Just click the contest tab and submit your entry. Don't miss your shot to catch the marquee matchup in person. If Messi plays, it'll be huge.
Yeah.
Tickets are available now at Ticketmaster.com/NYCFC. Ronaldo and Messi. Marco's obsessed with the two of them. I don't think Ronaldo's coming anytime soon.
Every time I hear his name, I only think of Gunling. When he's imitating, you guys had that drop all the time.
Oh, no, that was Dave Rothenberg.
Oh, that was Rothenberg?
That was Rothenberg.
Oh, Rothenberg imitating Gunling.
No, that was Rothenberg. No, you're right. It's Andrew imitating Rothenberg.
Right.
Because Rothenberg get excited that he knew soccer people. Do we still have
Pele, Ronaldo, and David Vanoli, huh?
That's so good. It's so good.
That is very, very good. All right, 1-800-919-3776. Tons of people want to get on board here.
Let's go.
So let's do it. Let's go to Danny in Long Island wants to go after Alan. What's up?
Who saw Pele, and I believe 1977 with the Cosmos at a sold-out Meadowlands. I mean, it's amazing that soccer is still trying to find a big thing when it used to be a big thing. Somehow it used to put 75,000 people in the Meadowlands. It was a happening. Well,
they could, but Danny, I know what you're saying, but they could do that now. Like I'm sure this game, if Messi plays in it, is going to be sold out.
Yeah.
The problem is we just can't get the MLS to get to that level. But when somebody like Pele comes, and that's what Messi and Ronaldo are, people do go.
Listen, I want to talk about Kershaw. First, I thought Alan's comment was a little mean-spirited, too soon. And if your cell phone starts ringing from Disney or ABC, don't answer it. Let it go right to voicemail. Could be in trouble. And look at the guy's stats here now, because he's been around and I don't know how his life is, but 222 wins over 96 losses, 2.5 ERA in this baseball home run inflated era is tremendous. This is a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Will he be unanimous?
Listen, there's going to be some jackwagon who didn't vote for Jeter or Tom Seaver. They should be immediately not only thrown off the voting, but probably excommunicated.
Right. And that guy will say, well, postseason. He wasn't really a big.
You know what? He had
that's
some
what they'll
bad
do.
times in postseason.
But that's what they'll do.
That's what they do. But he is. I mean, you look at these numbers compared to the jokers we have pitching today, especially when you're a Mets fan. He just so good career, good guy. Never heard a bad word about him. Never saw him in the arrest blotter. Family man. So good riddance, and hopefully have a healthy retirement. I'll see you in Cooperstown.
Absolutely agree.
No, he was. Listen, there's the pitch, and listen, he is the last of the old breed because there's not going to be
innings eater.
Yeah, because nobody goes the distance anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like pitching has really been devalued. It's almost become like the running back of Major League Baseball, except they do pay them. Like they don't pay running backs in the NFL,
but I feel like
they do pay pitchers.
But doesn't it feel like they baby pitchers?
Well, they baby them. They can't wait to get to their fancy bullpen, and you just don't have those wars anymore like what you had when Two of the best pitchers would both go complete games, matching zeros. Like, that's all over now. It's itching to get to the bullpen. That's what's going to happen in these playoffs. Like, as much as Fried has been great, Boone's going to be itching the first jam he gets into in the 6th inning. Let's go to the bullpen. Let's try to piece it together. Get everybody in their lanes instead of just having a great ace work his way out of it. It just
wasn't like Seaver and like Fergie Jenkins like going head to head in 69, like 9 innings of baseball and 1 run was given up. Like, it's unreal.
It really is a different sport that way. Tony in Tampa, you're on ESPN New York.
What's going on, boys? How we doing?
Good.
Good. So, Don, you know I hate the MVP talk, but it's around that time for baseball. So
Let's do
who's the MVP, Cal Raleigh or Judge? And Alan and Peter weren't. When I called last season for football, it was you and Dan could have sworn it would be Lamar Jackson because he was first-team All-Pro. Well, that didn't happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alan, Peter, see if you guys can get on board with this because it chaps my rear end. I can't stand this award. They should throw MVP out and just put outstanding player. They got to put it's the best player in the league because my examples were LeBron James could have won
every year.
6 years
every year.
Or every year.
Yes.
When Cleveland stunk, right?
It's such a look. What you're saying is semantics, but it's still right because that's something that in every league you can have that argument. Like right now, if you wanted to go NBA, Nikola Jokic is the best player in the sport. He should win it every year. But because you come up with reasons to not give it to him every year, you find other players. So is it best player in the sport, or is it who had the best season? And I think Judge's numbers tell you when you look at he's leading the league in a million categories, he should win MVP again. But you know what happens when you give it to writers and voters, and they'll say, well, let's see. Does Cal Raleigh's team win the division? He is doing something a catcher doesn't do. The home runs, the switch hitter, home runs. He's also defensively what he does as a catcher, the impact it has that Judge doesn't have the same in right field availability. All the things you want to come up with a reason to give it to Cal Raleigh, you will. But this is a year where you can build the case, and that's the voter fatigue thing.
Listen, Judge,
the best player in the sport is Aaron Judge.
And the Yankees don't win when Judge gets hurt. We've seen they're just not the same
team.
Well,
the war tells you.
So he obviously is very, very important.
Right.
But here's why, and this is not anti-Yankee. I wouldn't have a problem if Cal Raleigh won it. You just said no catcher has ever hit this many home runs. No switch hitter has ever hit this many home runs. Seattle winning the division, if they do win the division, is a thing. It is, whoa, Seattle won the division. Yankees winning the wild card's a disappointment.
Yes.
So if you wanted to give it to Raleigh because his team won the division, Seattle shocked the world by winning the division, and he did all these things as a catcher, Yankee fans will get mad. I don't think you can get mad if Raleigh won it because we talk about the unicorn that Ohtani is because he pitched and hit. Well, this is kind of a unicorn too. Catchers aren't supposed to do this.
Right, it's true.
He is going to end up, if he hits, I think, one more home run, he'll hit more home runs than Ken Griffey Jr. ever hit in Seattle. Like, it is just pretty incredible the year he's having.
It's not an easy vote because if you consider, again, historically, Judge historically is having another monster season that compares in the history of the sport. But what Cal Raleigh has done historically at the catcher position is also one of the great seasons of all time by a catcher. So that's why I think you can make the case either way and not be wrong. I'm just curious to see how many people are going to vote one way or the other.
They might. Because there is sometimes, I think, a New York bias or a fatigue having the same guy wins all the time. So I do think Raleigh's going to get some votes. But if he does, I don't think it's that much of a travesty. Now, if Seattle ends up settling for the wild card, if he's awful down the stretch, I mean, there's still 10 games left to kind of change the narrative here. But if Seattle wins the division, I mean, there's still it's an outside. Was he at 56 home runs?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a hell of a year.
If he ends up hitting north of 60, becoming just the third player in the history of the American League to hit 60 home as a catcher,
right?
And Seattle wins. Now, if Seattle was an also-ran, I'd say forget it. He's out of the conversation. But it's not like this has not applied to Seattle. Now, listen, I don't watch the Mariners every day. I don't know how many games he's won for them, but I would think that many home runs, that many RBIs, he's had to win a few for them.
But again, across the board, what Judge has done offensively is still among one of the great offensive performers in the history of the sport.
And by the way, I don't care what happened with baseball and how they appreciated it. Give me his batting 329. Cal Raleigh, he bats under 250.
He's like 240 something, right?
No, but all we keep hearing from the baseball people is the batting average doesn't matter anymore.
I hate
when the
that.
Yankees when the Yankees have the starting lineup on the jumbotron, Peter, they're showing the OPS, not even your batting. So I get what you're saying,
but it's every category for Judge. He crushes.
Oh,
it
listen,
OBP,
he's the
it's
better
slugging.
player.
Yeah,
now. If you wanted to give outstanding player to Judge and then give Raleigh the MVP, I mean that's what
I think that's what was it, Tony?
Yeah.
That's what he was saying.
That's what he was saying.
Yeah, and you could do that in all sports. You could do that in all sports.
I just think sometimes it just feels like it's a little different when somebody does something that historic out of nowhere and helps his team. Not like the Mariners win the division every year, okay? They weren't favored to do that. The Yankees, if they settle for the wild card, which they're going to, is going to be looked upon by many people as a disappointing season.
I agree.
So I think Judge deserves it, but I don't think Yankee fans could say he got robbed if he didn't get it. 1-800-919-3776. All about you to the top of the hour. Then it's Dan Grassa on ESPN New York.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level. And the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Record numbers of residents are getting quality, affordable health insurance through Get Covered New Jersey. If you recently had a major life event such as marriage, pregnancy, or insurance loss, you may be eligible to enroll now. All health plans include preventive care, prescriptions, emergency services, and more. 9 in 10 enrolling get financial help, and many pay $10 a month or less. Find out if you qualify at getcovered.nj.gov. That's getcovered.nj.gov.
Right now at Bay Ridge Honda, your EV countdown to $7,500 in savings ends September 30th. Hurry in, the clock is ticking. You can get a Prologue Touring for $179 per month with zero down during the EV Countdown sales event. Plus, receive thousands in benefits and savings with their Bay Ridge Plus Advantage plan. Upfront pricing, total peace of mind. Visit BayRidgeHonda.com. 36 months lease, 10,000 miles per year, 3,300 loyalty or conquest, and $7,500 EV credit as down payment.
This Ryder Cup, Midtown Manhattan becomes golf's biggest stage. Ryder Cup Live at Rockefeller Center transforms the heart of New York City into an epic fan zone, complete with massive video boards, interactive golf challenges, themed cocktails, and official Ryder Cup gear. From Thursday through Sunday, rally with fellow fans, feel the energy of every match, and celebrate golf's greatest rivalry in the city that never sleeps. Ryder Cup Live at Rockefeller Center, where the Ryder Cup meets New York. To learn more, visit RyderCup.com.
Health surprises can change your life in an instant. You've seen it happen to others, but it doesn't have to be your story. At Princeton Longevity Center, we customize actionable and proactive health plans to maximize your lifespan and take control of your health. Our Cancer Check program combines cutting-edge technology with top medical expertise to keep you ahead of potential risks. With advanced full-body imaging, genetic testing, and multi-cancer detection blood tests, we look for even the earliest signs of problems. Results are analyzed by expert physicians who craft a personalized plan to safeguard your future. You're not just a patient, you're a partner in your health journey, backed by a team committed to helping you live longer, healthier, and more vibrantly. Our programs have saved hundreds of lives and empowered countless others to take control of their health. Be proactive with your health for the ultimate peace of mind. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
ESPN New York Couchcast is coming.
I just didn't feel like physically getting off the couch.
Don't miss this live stream event with your favorite ESPN New York personalities, including Dave Rothenberg.
Is football season here yet?
Rick DiPietro, Chris Carlin, Michael Kay.
Oh, football.
And Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
They're playing football!
It all happens September 29th when the Jets face the Dolphins on Monday Night Football. Watch the guys' instant reactions and hear their unfiltered commentary all game long.
You're bad at football.
See it all unfold on the ESPN New York YouTube channel.
I'm just trying to have the best possible show.
When does that start?
The ESPN New York Couchcast is brought to you by the All-American Ford Auto Group, Calandra's Bakery, and Jacob's Pickles.
Shop great new offers at Bay Ridge Mazda. Lease the 2025 Mazda CX-5S for as low as $239 per month or finance for 2.9% APR for 36 months. They will take any trade-in and accept all lease returns, even if you didn't lease with them. Plus, enjoy Bay Ridge Plus benefits like ding and dent coverage, key replacement, windshield protection, and roadside assistance, all included. Visit them in Brooklyn or online at BayRidgeMazda.com. Bay Ridge Mazda, where confidence comes standard. See dealer for details.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg till 7 o'clock, and then it is Dan Grassa here on ESPN New York. Finish it up with your calls. Chris in Coney Island, you're on ESPN New York. What's up, Chris?
Hey, what's up, guys?
How's it going?
I think Aaron Judge is the MVP. And you know, I am biased. I am a Yankee fan, but one of my favorite stats that I heard is that if you take Cal Raleigh's OPS and you subtract it by 180, you get the average baseball player in 2025 in the league. If you take Aaron Judge's OPS and you subtract it by 180, you get Cal Raleigh. And I think that alone speaks
pretty
for
good.
it.
That's a good stat.
That's pretty good.
Give it up.
Well, there's no question. See, you're arguing who the better player is, and there's no question that Judge is the better player. But MVP makes it interesting because in this year, could you make the case that Raleigh is more important to the Mariners?
Valuable? You're going valuable?
Or more valuable to the Mariners than Judge is to the Yankees?
That is the word.
You can't.
Right.
No, you can't. You can't make that case.
I think that if Raleigh, he's hitting 247, like he's selling out for the home run, and everyone knows it. I think the fact that Judge could be, when it's all said and done, 12 games left or whatever it is, could be hitting 100 points higher average than him. If Raleigh was hitting like 270, 280, he probably wins it. But Judge has such a big separation.
Yeah.
But you're arguing.
If he gets to 50 and you have the average, come on.
But Chris, you guys are arguing who the better player is. There's no question who the better player is.
But I see what he's saying, and I'm on board. If you're going to use valuable to his team,
well, that's the MVP. That's what it is.
I mean, take Aaron Judge out of the lineup. They're awful.
Awful.
Come on.
But where is Seattle without Raleigh?
But the Yankees are nowhere without Judge.
I know, but you know what? They're not going to be like 10, 15 games under 500. They wouldn't be the same team. Maybe they don't make the playoffs.
I think the point is, though, is that there's not a big separation in that, right? There's not a big separation.
There's not enough separation in RBIs and home runs.
Right.
Overwhelmingly.
Especially
but there is. And listen, you're probably going to be right, Chris, but there's also this. There's a big separation between the New York Yankees and the Seattle Mariners as far as the talent on the team, right? So Judge is out. Of course, he's going to be affected. He's such a good player. But somebody would replace Judge. Maybe they would call up Jones. Maybe Dominguez plays a little bit more. Some other thing to happen. Maybe whatever it is. But you still have Stanton. You still have Bellinger. You still have Goldschmidt. You still have a lot of really good players on the team. Of course, they wouldn't be the same. And maybe they miss the playoffs. But I still think, Alan, they finish above 500. They're probably hovering around. Where would Seattle be without Cal Raleigh? Would they be maybe 10 games under and can be completely irrelevant? That's what I'm saying. You are arguing who the better player is. There is no argument.
Yeah.
But sometimes there's a year where a guy does something that's never been done before on a team that shocks the world and wins the division they're not supposed to. Doesn't that factor into something?
See, I think, and again, that's where I'm going back to. I think as a voter, now I've voted for MVP in other leagues that I covered. So I know what this is like. And I got to remove myself in this situation as a Yankees fan and look at it from, if I have a vote and I'm a reporter, you have to consider, while Judge, this, by the way, this has become his norm. He is Nikola Jokic. This is just what he does. Jokic averages triple doubles, just a tremendous player, incredibly efficient. You're just used to it. He has set his standard. That standard happens to be higher than pretty much every player in the league, but this is his standard. What Cal Raleigh's doing is historic at his position.
Right.
Something like so when you individualize it to say this is a season that is one of the great seasons a catcher's ever had. That's why if you're going to have to pick one, you can make the case of giving it to Cal Raleigh. But I think that's only because Judge has set such a Jokic-like standard, a Mahomes-like standard that you've become so used to that it's weird to say, oh, yeah, well, that's just Judge. That's what he does.
Now, real quick, this is all very important, but something more important has happened.
Yes.
We have big news.
Our YouTube channel has surpassed 10,000.
We asked for it, you got it, Toyota. I said I wanted 10,000 before 7, and we got it 7 minutes before 7. Probably even more than that.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
That's. They were hoping when Anthony and I first started having conversations about the Couchcast. They were all very excited about the Couchcast, and we said, that no one is currently following our YouTube channel, guys.
They are right. It was
the last video.
It was a secret that we had
about
a YouTube
better help with a women's college player, and it had like 300 views. I said, we're gonna have to do something about this. And then Anthony started cutting some videos, putting them out as shorts. Before you know it, that leads to now the channel is fully operational, and all of a sudden their goal of getting to 10,000 subs in time for the Couchcast. Oh no, we got it 2 weeks early, baby.
That's it. Now let's get to. At the pace we're going, let's get to like 30,000, 40,000 by the 29th.
Oh, I like that.
That's not would be.
Well, listen.
Well, what's the next threshold would be 15, right?
Yeah, and I think we can.
15 would be if you could pull 15 by then, that would be a
by
nice,
the Couchcast.
Nice goal.
That'd be good.
And if you did 20 by the Couchcast, I'd go. This is really impressive.
We got 10 in 2 days.
No.
So let's see where we're at the end of tomorrow.
Tell a friend.
All right, this is interesting. Nas in Queens has a question for Alan.
Hey, guys. Hey, Alan. If you could go back in time as a Yankees fan, would you rather go back and win 2004 ALCS Game 7 or 2001 World Series
2001.
Game 7?
I always give me the championship every time.
Wow.
Give me the championship.
I don't buy it.
Give me that. No, the importance of that championship in New York, in the moment, all those things that came with it. Now, Mariano Rivera tells the story about why it was significant to him personally to lose that because he had a friend. There was a plane that crashed, that whole story. But if you're asking me, and I understand the Red Sox and how that flipped the whole rivalry, and I get it, but I'll always take the championship.
Okay.
You disagree?
Well, because you didn't say the biggest thing about 2004. You blew a 3-0 series lead. If you win that series, you don't. You're still the only team ever to do it in baseball history. That's not something? That goes away. That mark goes away. Yeah, you win another championship. You have 28, 20,
It's a
championship. But it's one.
Because it's a championship. I don't know, guys.
Well, you might have won a championship in 04.
Give me a championship.
You would have smoked the Cardinals, too. So you still win the championship in 01 most likely. In
04?
In 04 most likely.
But I don't know that. What do you guys call that? The fallacy, the predetermined outcome.
I understand. But that, again, I'm not trying to be that guy.
No, it's fine.
That hangs there. 100 years from now.
I know.
Even if 17 other people do it, or teams do it, you're the first. And maybe the only by then.
I know if you're giving me 01, think about it. How many in a row?
4.
When was the last time that happened?
It doesn't happen.
It doesn't.
3 doesn't happen anymore.
That's what I mean.
But how many times does a team blow a 3-0 series lead? Never.
Yeah, you're
until
right.
Then.
Yeah.
But, hey, listen, it's your dime.
Look, no, I don't think there's a wrong answer there. I'm telling you what mine is. I'll always take the championship.
All right, everybody have a great Thursday.
Well
Enjoy
done,
the
everybody.
hot weather.
Thanks for watching.
Let's go Bills, baby. Come on.
Bills is Peter's 3-point play. They're given 11.5. We are going to be talking to you again 3 o'clock tomorrow. Dan Gross is next on ESPN New York.
Don't take slow for an answer. Not so easy when you're stuck in traffic. But mere inches from someone else's bumper, you can dream of